Oh, baby.
का इंतजार भी यहाँ पे होगा एंड देव गॉट 3 गुड अल्टीमेट्स राइट नाउ। एक का इस्तेमाल एक्चुअली ओरंगुटन करेंगे, लेकिन अजीज दूसरी तरफ से उन्होंने 2 किल यहाँ पे निकाल लिए एंड ऑफ कोर्स विद किंग गोइंग डाउन देयर इज नो, ओह माय गॉड अजीज पहला किल निकाल लिया, बहुत अच्छा स्विंग। दूसरी और एंटीडोट ने विभोर को निकाल के यहाँ पे बहुत ही अच्छा काम किया, लेकिन किंग अकेले आके पहले किल
वर्सेस 4 5 सीज डाला गया, सीज को डॉट किया, एक पिक जरूर लेंगे, वॉल बैंगेबल प्लेस पर खड़े थे, सेकंड एज वेल। वेपन अपग्रेड अब हो जाएगा द मोमेंट ही वॉक्स इन। हर्ष का एंगल किसी को नहीं पता है, स्नेक बाइट डाला गया है, with that turning into a 1v1 affair. Trisk is very low on HP and लॉकडाउन ने पुश कर दिया है प्लेयर्स को, एक किया गया एंड
oh wow
डाल दिया गया है फ्रॉम फेस काम, लेकिन स्मोक पुश करने की गलती नहीं करेंगे, काउंटर अल्ट देखने के लिए मिलेगा, नोबडी इज अफेक्टेड वेल एज सून एज आई से दैट डेफिनेटली। और यहां पर ओवरड्राइव से 2 फ्लैग्स और रिले बोल्ट डाला गया है।
गुड इवनिंग लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, स्वागत है आप सभी का EMG Pro सीरीज साउथ एशिया में। मेरा नाम है रंजीत मावा, सीनियर पटेल। अलोंगसाइड मी ऑफ कोर्स आर टू पीपल जिनको वैसे तो कोई भी इंट्रोडक्शन देने की जरूरत नहीं है। वी हैव हेल रेंजर, वी हैव हैवान हेल रेंजर, जिन्हें हम प्यार से भोविन भाई बोलते हैं। सो हेल रेंजर, वेलकम टू द शो। हैवान, टू यू एज वेल। ऑफ कोर्स आप जब स्ट्रीम करते हो आपकी चैट में हमेशा देखता हूँ, कितना प्यार मिलता है आपको भी। बट आई होप बोथ ऑफ यू गाइस आर एक्साइटेड टू बी हियर।
Yes, I'm excited. बहुत टाइम के बाद there's some Valorant tournament happening. तो excited, और ये दोनों टीम्स जो है मतलब बहुत ही अच्छे इस पे है अपने लेवल पे। और Orangutan and Sarafa, both of the teammates are my friends, और अच्छा लग रहा है उनको देख के at such level, और दोनों भी दुबई जाने वाले।
उसके बारे में चर्चा जरूर करेंगे। भाविन, मैं सबसे पहले आपके पास आना चाहता हूँ। देखिए, विल टॉक अबाउट द सीरियस साइड ऑफ बिजनेस, जो मैचेस होने वाले, ग्रैंड फाइनल होने वाली ऑफ कोर्स। बट उसके पहले एक और फन एलिमेंट है जो शो मैच होने वाली है, उसके बारे में मैं आपसे बात करना चाहता हूँ। व्हाट डू यू थिंक ऑफ दिस? बिकॉज मुझे तो लगता है कि बहुत वन साइडेड टीम्स है ये, जो दोनों टीमें बनी है वो।
हाँ, मतलब आप ऑलरेडी हारने वाले हो तो आपको तो वन साइडेड लगेगा ही।
वैसे टीम क्या है मामा?
कॉन्टेक्स्ट के लिए मैं बता दूं, मेरी टीम में मैं, तानिया और यूनिवर्स होने वाले, और सामने 3 प्रोफेशनल प्लेयर्स जो एक्चुअली खेलते हैं।
रिटायर्ड या आई मीन मैं ब्रेक पे हूँ, भाविन रिटायर्ड है।
Bhavin, you are still good enough to compete in the circuit. It doesn't make a difference. हम लोग तो मतलब उस हिसाब से, मैं तो 2016 में छोड़ दिया था खेलना, 2020 में 1-2 मैच खेला था। I still remember we played against you and you absolutely destroyed us, which was not fun. But
आज I think it's a level playing field, क्योंकि सबको मिड पे ही फाइट करना है, and also guns के भी कुछ रूल्स है जो आप सबको देखने मिलेंगे जल्दी। तो I don't think कि हम लोग को कोई ऐसा एडवांटेज रहने वाला है ये चीज में।
We'll talk about the format as well, right? क्योंकि कॉन्टेक्स्ट देना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है यहाँ पे। पहली बात, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज, कोई एबिलिटीज अलाउड नहीं है। दूसरी बात, 10 राउंड खेलेंगे। एक राउंड में स्पेशल आपको वेपन्स यूज करने हैं। फर्स्ट राउंड ऑब्वियसली नाइफ होने वाला है, फिर बकी, मार्शल एंड ऑब्वियसली द रेस्ट ऑफ द डिटेल्स आर ऑन योर स्क्रीन। बट हमको ये वेपन्स के अलावा कोई और चीज यूज करना अलाउड नहीं है, और सिर्फ मिड पे लड़ाई कर सकते हैं। सो आप कहीं और जा भी नहीं सकते, आप कुछ ज्यादा चीकी कर नहीं सकते। एंड एज फार एज आई एम अवेयर, ये पुराना ब्रीज वाला वर्जन है, नया वाला नहीं है। तो क्या पता शायद थोड़ा अमंग अस खेलते हुए भी नजर आ जाए कोई इवेंट के अंदर। बट व्हाट डू यू थिंक ऑफ द फॉर्मेट गाइस?
Well,
I think go ahead and go on.
Yeah. So I think abilities allowed नहीं है, तो वो बहुत ही अच्छा पार्ट है। तो अभी किसी ने भी जेट ले लिया तो नाइफ्स नहीं यूज करना, ड्राफ्ट स्मोक कुछ मत करना, और प्रॉपर हर एक राउंड में अलग अलग नाइफ और शेरिफ और बाकी ये सब है। आई थिंक इट्स इंटरेस्टिंग यार, इसमें मजा आने वाला है।
So while we're talking about this, we'll invite our guest also, कि जो हमारे साथ एक और प्लेयर जुड़ने वाले, Techno is going to be joining us, so we'll welcome Techno as well because he is going to be on your team. And Techno, आपका भी स्वागत है, welcome to the show. How are you feeling about this?
Oh, hello, thank you. It's my first time being invited as a special guest. Yeah, let's see. I'm really excited for the show match.
Of course you're excited for the show, man. Ladies and gentlemen, मेरे पास तो देखो भाई, मेरे पास skill हो ना हो, I obviously have all the ability to make it fun. So I'm gonna put on my show match headband. ये हमेशा मैं पहनता हूँ. And if I can't win, I hope that I can entertain you guys, and that is obviously going to be the goal of it. And मैं अपनी टीम के साथ रहूँगा. And I think match थोड़ी देर में start होने वाला, because मुझे background में सुनाई तो दिया था match load हो रहा है. But Techno, who do you think is going to win in this one? Even though it's very obvious.
I think it's us winning. I'm gonna kill you all.
Brother, मैं मतलब अभी क्या बोलूँ बाहर इसको। हाँ ठीक है भाई, मतलब तुम बड़े स्टेज पे खेल के आए हो और हम लोग ऐसे ही भाई मतलब कास्टर्स है, तो थोड़ा इजी जाना। मैं तो इतना ही कहूंगा, डोंट
नहीं, आप भी एक प्रोफेशनल प्लेयर रह चुके हो, ऐसा सब मत बोलो। सिंपलेक्स
और क्या पता आपने हम लोग को सरप्राइज कर दिया तो भाई कुछ भी हो सकता है। इसमें एबिलिटीज तो अलाउड ही नहीं है
भाई। वो जमाना गया, बता रहा हूं, बुढ़ापा आ चुका है। अभी ये बाल जो ये जा रहे हैं ना, देखो यू सी दीस टू मिडोज पीक, राइट? ये ऐसे नहीं जड़ रहे भाई।
अरे ये तो मैंने अभी नोटिस किया मामा, ये क्या
यही ऐसा गेम देख के, ऐसा गेम खेल के, रैंक मैच मेकिंग खेल के हुआ है। कल सुबह 5 बजे खेल रहा हूं भाई, ट्रिपल ड्यूलिस्ट, 4 ड्यूलिस्ट, सबको कैंग बनना है, जज लेके जाना है स्प्लिट के अंदर, रेस्ट खेलना है, लेकिन सैशल करना नहीं आता, उल्टा आता है सैशल करके वो लोग।
ओह भाई, ये तो हर एक सर्वर में यही सीन है यार अभी आजकल।
Pawan, does it not bother you sometimes जब आप खेल रहे होते हो? कभी ऐसा हुआ कि इंडियन सर्वर पे खेल रहे हो, नाम हिडन है आपको, और आपको कोई बोला कि आपको खेलना नहीं आता है और वो सिखा रहा है आपको?
नहीं, मतलब ऐसा ज्ञान देने वाले तो बहुत लोग आते हैं। ऐसा मुंबई सर्वर 1-2 बार गलती से क्यों हो गया था, एंड जब गेम मिला तो कुछ प्लेयर्स थे, मैं नाम नहीं लूंगा, इंस्ट्रक्शंस तो एकदम पॉइंट टू पॉइंट दे रहे थे, लेकिन खुद जब खेलने पे बात आ जाती है तब थोड़ा समझ सकते हैं आप।
नहीं समझ तो बिल्कुल सकते हो, बट nonetheless ladies and gentlemen, चलिए रुक करते गेम की तरफ and we'll hop into the server and see what happens in there, because I'm definitely scared with all these players being the opposite team, but I will try my best to win and we'll see how that goes. So good luck to you guys, by the way, and
Good luck,
we are going to
Let's
need all the
go.
luck in the world as well. रुक जाओ भाई, रुक जाओ, थोड़ा रुक जाओ।
चलो चलो भाई, नो क्लिप दो, मामलों को जाके नाइस करना है पहले।
फर्स्ट
वो
ऑफ
देख
ऑल
टेक्नो ट्रायल को देख कहां से घुस रहा है।
अरे मिड जाना है ना।
भाई खाली मिड है और नो एबिलिटी है भाई, ठीक है?
आ जा।
भाई चीटिंग वीटिंग नहीं चाहिए
नाइफ
मेरे को।
ओनली, हां नाइफ।
भाई इधर से आओ।
भाई मेरे दोनों टीममेट का मेरे को आवाज ही नहीं आ रहा, पता है? दोस्तों थोड़ा ऊपर आ जाओ ना।
हां
भाई आई जस्ट रियलाइज्ड ये भाई,
गाइस आ रहे मेरे पे।
और नाइफ राउंड।
अरे गन ले नाइफ नाइफ।
सॉरी
अरे
भाई,
वेंट
एक गया। इसको मारो।
भाई मैं साइड में खोल दिया, मैं भूल गया था नाइफ राउंड है खाली।
सेकंड राउंड गया था वैसे, शॉटी
बाकी शेरिफ बोल रहे हैं।
एडमिन
हाँ बराबर शेरिफ है खाली। भाई तुम लोग
Armor तो
चीटिंग
ले
ही हो,
सकते
लेकिन
हैं,
मेरी
हाँ।
टीम में भाई पीछे कोई था।
ले सकता है।
देखो रंजीत जी, ये सब बहाने हैं आपके। चलो मामा, तेरे को मैं पहला शॉट मारने देता हूँ, फिर ही मैं शूट करना चालू करूंगा।
किधर है तू, किधर है ये बता।
मैं एल्बो आ रहा हूँ, मिड पिक कर रहा हूँ।
आजा।
आजा
अरे पहले मार दिया मम्मा ने।
मैं मार दिया।
एक नेट शॉट मरा।
भाई
ये भी
दोनों
मेरा-
मिलकर नहीं मारने का भाई, ऐसा चीटिंग नहीं चलेगा भाई। फेड लो है भाई, फेड लो है। नाइस
नाइफ करके
Let's go.
क्लोज रहे। नहीं नो वे यू कैन
कम ऑन है।
विन इट।
भाई अच्छा शॉट मारा।
मैं और मिड डोर से जा रहा, मैं डिलीट हो रहा हूँ।
बकी ओके।
बाकी
वाह भाई वाह।
टेक्नो नाइफ राउंड में आके अनाउंस कर दिया था उधर आके, मैं बैठ गया, मैं बोला इधर से आएगा ये वापस।
कम ऑन टेक्नो, टीआर वाला फॉर्म ये गेम में चाहिए हम लोग को। 10-0 जीतना था यार।
जीतेंगे।
भाई मैं थोड़ा ज्यादा जोर से चिल्ला दिया, सिर घूम गया मेरा।
ऐसा एबिलिटी देख के ना यूज करने का इतना मन कर रहा है, साइड पे यूज कर लेता हूँ।
बाकी वो लोग वेट कर रहे हैं, रुको।
ए मेरे को तालियां दिख गई।
कर रहा हूँ मैं।
मरी।
ओह,
और मार दिया इसने। नाइस।
होगा यूनी होगा।
विनेबल यूनी अगर ये हारा है ना,
लेफ्ट क्लिक मारो।
चल भाविन।
लेट्स गो।
तो ये थोड़ा
टेक्नो
तकलीफ वाला काम हो रहा है, तकलीफ वाला काम हो रहा है, बता
मैं
रहा हूँ।
राउंड 6
नहीं बचा
गार्डियन
सो रहा है गाइस।
बाप रे।
ए मैं स्टिम भी कर दूं क्या तुमने?
यूनिवर्स, तुमने ये कहां से क्या मार दिया भाई?
No abilities.
क्या ही मारा है।
देखो नो अपडेट
वो शेरिफ वाला क्या?
यूज कर सकते हैं ना।
अभी बकी से भी।
बाकी से
मामा,
क्या
मामा।
मारा ये?
हाँ बोलना, उधर से नहीं जा सकते।
अरे तू उधर
डब्बा डाल दिया।
लेट्स गो।
ये देख रहा हूं मैं।
दूसरा हिट है।
रिस्को।
अरे यार
कम ऑन टेक्नो 1v2।
हैवान भाई
चल आराम से।
चेक इन पीसी भाई।
हील कर ले। अच्छा
नहीं हील नहीं कर सकता। नाइस 1-on-1।
यूनिवर्स
1-on-1।
नो प्रेशर ब्रो, नो प्रेशर। डोमेस्टिक लीग प्लेयर वर्सेस कास्टर।
आएगा वही।
पहले आई भाई, मैं तो मार लेता, मैं तो मार लेता भाई।
थोड़ा सा
नो ओनली
आ गया अपना हुक्म का इनका आ गया।
चलो मैं भी अपने
भाई ये चलाना नहीं आता है मेरे को यार।
मॉनिटर थोड़ा
इसको भी नहीं आता।
भाई मेरा तो ऐसा टेबल पे लेटा हुआ, ऐसा सो रहा है, ऐसा लग रहा है।
ये बहुत टफ गन है गाइस।
यस।
तो ना ये करो ना।
भाई तुम लोग चीटिंग मत करो भाई।
इसमें भी कॉल भाई भाविन।
भाई अभी ये भाई बहुत बहुत
भाविन
गंदा कर
भाई
रहा है
इधर
ये।
तो
कुछ तो ट्रायल करो थोड़ा।
ए सेज लो सेज लो। अरे वेंट से आ गए।
101.
यहाँ पर
शॉट रहे।
ये देख रहा हूँ।
लेफ्ट लेफ्ट लेफ्ट।
राइट देख रहा हूँ राइट।
मैं लेफ्ट देख रहा हूँ।
नाइस शॉट।
101 टैग अल्ट कर दे उसपे।
ऐसा चीटिंग है भाई।
उसको आना पड़ेगा वैसे।
हाँ टाइम खत्म होगा तो अपन जीत जाएंगे।
हाँ यस यस।
ऐसे कैसे?
यस
हाँ।
यू आर अटैकर सो यू हैव टू कम।
अच्छा अटैकर्स वाला वो सीन है। आजा मम्बा।
अरे भाई रुको भाई, हेलो हेलो, ऐसा चीटिंग नहीं भाई। भाविन है ना सामने, कौन है? हेवन है क्या? अरे मैं भाई मैं कब से सोचूं भाविन है सामने, कुछ तो भाई कुछ एक्स्ट्रा कर रहा रहेगा वो।
भाई मार्शल नहीं चलाता मैं। ओ कहाँ पर है? आवाज नहीं आ रहा है।
लेट्स गो। नो स्कोर।
नो स्कोप मारा?
हाँ नो स्कोर मारा।
हाँ अभी आएगी गन भाई। चलो
भाई है गाइस, रिटायर्ड फाइव बनाने का तो बताओ जल्दी जल्दी।
देखो गाइस अभी मैं जा रहा हूँ आगे।
खेलने का हो रहा है गाइस।
भाई शील्ड ले लो।
अच्छा शील्ड।
अरे भाई थैंक यू भाई, मैं भी भूल गया था।
ये साथ में नहीं होने चाहिए, टैक्टिक्स नहीं डिस्कस कर पाते।
तो रुके हुए हैं।
अरे
डन।
राइट से आ गया हेवन। गंदा आदमी, ऐसा कौन आता है?
40 नो।
मिड है भाई। अरे मिड
हाँ बोलो।
चल
भाई
नाइस
नहीं भाई, ये
नाइस
चीटिंग है। हाँ लेकिन फुल चीटिंग है
क्या चीटिंग है भाई?
भाई। ऐसा हेवन पता है कौन मरा? डोर से कौन आया था? टेक्नो आया था ना?
नहीं रे।
तो भाविन है उसके 4 साल बाद आया। मैं बोला नहीं और कोई नहीं रहेगा इधर।
भाई वैसे वेंट्स भी मिड नहीं है। वेंट्स भी मिड नहीं है वो वैसे।
तो लोग ने जो मार्किंग किया था वो देखो।
ऐसा है क्या? बरोबर
भाई जब हमारे शो मैच के रूल्स में गाइस तुम लोग ही नहीं देख रहे हो। एक इधर।
अरे
ए 60 दिया ओनली। नाइस 2 on 1।
मम्मा भाई नाइस क्यों भाई?
मम्मा यार।
ओए माय ब्रेन
ब्रेन बोलते मामा।
गोस्ट।
यार ये चीटिंग है भाई, ये चीटिंग है।
चीटिंग है? तू आया मैं मारो। अभी तक तो मैं चीप खेल नहीं रहा हूँ।
समझा ना
क्या?
वो लोग भी टैक्टिक्स कुछ कर रहे हैं।
हाँ समझा
भाई क्या टैक्टिक।
ये देखना अभी मैं भी चीप खेलता हूँ।
मैं तेरे को कवर दे रहा हूँ।
जैसी हट कर दूंगा मामा, कुछ टैक्टिक मत यूज कर जैसी आएगा तो।
मैं लेफ्ट देख रहा हूँ
भाई। वो तान्या अपने पीछे से आ रहे मेरे को।
अरे बाप रे।
यहाँ पर है लेफ्ट में गुप्ची खाए 40।
मम्बा
देखो यूनिवर्स
शॉर्टी
मामा की बातें मत सुनो ठीक है। वो कवर के बहाने में ना आपको मरा रहा है।
नहीं भाई कवर दे रहा था मैं, ऐसा नहीं था भाई। ओ बेट करना बराबर भाई।
तो और तो यार
भाविन सच बता, ऐसे ही रोस्टर बनाता है ना नया तू?
कैसे?
ऐसा तोड़ के?
तोड़ के? मेरे रोस्टर टूटते नहीं है, बाकियों के 3-4 बार टूट जाते हैं। सॉरी इतना सच नहीं बोलना था।
रुक जाओ।
राइट में एक। ये देख कहां से मार रहा है। एक अंदर है भाई। ये थोड़ा करके एचपी कम कर रहे हैं भाई। थोड़ा करके एचपी कम कर रहे हैं लोग।
आप पीछे होल्ड करो।
पीछे आ जाओ। वहां पे
ए भाई हेलो 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 हेलो
अरे!
ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा चीटिंग नहीं, चीटिंग नहीं, चीटिंग नहीं।
चिकन में भाई मिड से ही तो आया।
मम्मा चल इधर तो
राइट पे टेक्नो।
Bro, 66
अरे यार।
Sage.
मरा कैसे नहीं है?
66 लो है, Sage लो
ए
है,
चीटर,
Sage लो है.
नहीं नहीं नहीं।
भाई
यहाँ पर है।
ब्रिम लो
यहाँ
है।
पर है।
Flawless.
ब्रिम को मैं 17 गोली मारा हूँ, 17 हिट्स। उसको 17 गोली में 88
भाई मेरा
किया
तो गोली
हूँ।
खत्म हो गया।
नाइस है चलो।
अच्छा knife.
भाई नाइफ बोला ना, नाइफ बोला ना।
Oh, it's the last one.
वो तो वैसे भी हो ही रहा है मामा।
ए
उसके
जेट
लिए
का नाइफ
round की
चलता है ना?
जरूरत नहीं है।
नहीं.
अरे
हेलो,
जेट का
हेलो,
नाइफ
what do you
चलता है
mean?
तो हम भी भाई कुछ गन मत चला।
भाई जेट का नाइफ चलना चाहिए भाई।
मम्मा
हाँ बोलना, हाँ बोलना।
अरे मेरा नेवर माइंड लेट हो गया।
नहीं होता जेट का knife by the way.
हाँ, पता है मेरे को। नहीं 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 नहीं।
मार पीछे से मार भाभी ना यहाँ पर देख आएगा तू जैसे भाभी यहाँ पर छुपा है।
भाई तो मैं 4x3 पे खेलता हूँ, मेरे को एफओ भी कम है।
मारो उसको मारो. पकड़ो.
एक मारा उसको। मैंने राइट क्लिक दिया उसको।
अरे यार
लो है, सीध लो
ए
है।
भाई इधर मदद करो मेरे।
100 लो, Sage 100 लो.
इसको मारा।
हेलो।
ओके
हो गए भाई 10 राउंड हो गए भाई। वेट सेकंड हाफ भी खेलने गए? I don't think so.
नहीं 10
But I think that was about it for the show match, no? Which is sad. I wanted to play more. I think थोड़ा और राउंड मिलता तो कमबैक कर
हम लोगों
लेते
ने
हम
ट्राई
लोग,
किया
क्या
क्लोज
लगता है?
करने का बट यार अभी क्या कर सकते हैं ज्यादा नहीं कर
भाई,
सकते
नहीं,
ना हम लोग डिफरेंस।
मुझे लगता है हम लोग ये थोड़ा भी हटा देता हूँ, अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है वो कि हार के भी आए और ऐसा करेंगे तो। बट फन डूड फन। पहला 3 राउंड के बाद मेरे को लगा कि जीत सकते हैं, बट
वही तो हम लोग का स्ट्रैटेजी रहता है, पहले होप
हाँ।
देते हैं हम लोग।
सामने
तुम्हारा
वाले को लगना
strategy-
चाहिए कि वो इन द गेम है, यू नो।
बट कुछ भी बोलो, जो मार्शल वाला 3K था वो भाई बढ़िया था।
और पूरे टीम को बेट
और वो
करके मिलते हैं ना
वो
खेल।
हेलो,
sheriff
हेलो,
shot-
हेलो,
वो
भाई।
sheriff shot insane था. Mid
हाँ
dose में.
शेरिफ वाला शॉट तो एक्चुअली इंसेंट था भाई।
Yes.
भाई बता रहा हूँ रिटायर्ड फाइव बना लेते अपन लोग।
चलो
Done scene. But tell me this, Techno. Of course, you play this game day in and day out at a very high level, which is of course very stressful as well. What do you make of show matches? जब आप personally tournaments देखते हो, is that something you look forward to या फिर ऐसा है कि नहीं चल रहा है ठीक है करने दो?
Show matches, I think it's more pleasing to audience because they get to see, you know, like more better, like old players who used to play, and even like it's fun, you know, like we get to knife each other. Like it's not serious, it's just overall having fun, you know.
मेरा शॉट नहीं दिखा है इसलिए
दे दिया इन शॉट, बोल दिया टेक्नो ने अभी, ठीक है।
भाई सीधा वही इनडायरेक्टली ओल्ड प्लेयर्स बोल दिया भाई।
सीधा
ठीक है
ओल्ड
कोई बात नहीं।
प्लेयर्स।
मुझे एक बात
Youngers आ
बताओ,
गए भाई।
वो तानिया ने जो शॉट मारा था वो रनिंग हेडशॉट मारा था क्या? देखने में तो वैसा ही लग रहा था मेरे को।
हाँ मेरे पीओवी से तो रनिंग भी लग रहा था बट नहीं उसने शायद ए करके डी किया रहेगा।
भाई इधर मैं जो रुका था ना लास्ट शॉट के लिए, इतना रुका था भाई। ओह यस, ये देखिए बोल रहा था मैं।
ये नो उसका बहुत सही था.
But it was a very lucky shot also, I'll tell you that, because मैंने सोचा नहीं था कि लगेगा। यूनिवर्स भाई फुल ऐसा स्ट्रेस में भाई हाथ वाथ चल नहीं रहा। ये बहुत गलत क्या टेक्नो, बहुत गलत क्या ब्रो,
Sorry.
ये नहीं करने का था भाई। बट मुझे लगता है जीत सकते थे, थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस का कमी था भाई।
शो मैच में कौन प्रैक्टिस करता है?
अरे भाई तुम लोग को मैच करने के लिए तो हमको प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा ना, ऐसा है। बट टॉकिंग अबाउट प्रैक्टिस, राइट, ऑफ कोर्स टू प्रैक्टिस, ये देखो एकदम स्मार्ट सेगवे करूंगा मैं जो एक गिव अवे उसके लिए भी। बट टेक्नो, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग विद अस, इट वाज वंडरफुल हैविंग यू हियर एंड we'll obviously see you around in a bit. But for the audience, I have a very special announcement, right? And ये चीज बहुत सारे लोग देख रहे हैं, they're looking forward to this, which is the gaming PC giveaway. Bhavin, Hevan, I don't know if you guys are aware about this, but $2,000 का एक gaming PC है जो giveaway होने वाला है to one lucky
Yes.
winner. उसके लिए आपको पार्टिसिपेट करना है गिव अवे के अंदर। ग्लीम की लिंक होगी चैट के अंदर जहां पे जाके आपको कोड्स रिडीम करने हैं, और ये 4 कोड आपको मैच के दौरान दिखाई देंगे स्क्रीन के ऊपर रैंडम टाइम्स पे, तो ध्यान से गौर से मैच देखते रहना। एंड एवरी कोड इज वर्थ 5 पॉइंट्स, बट उसके अंदर बोनस कोड्स भी है, सो ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ 4 पॉइंट्स 4 कोड्स आपके पास, देयर इज अ बोनस कोड एज वेल व्हिच यू गाइस कैन गो अदर एंड रिडीम, सो मेक श्योर यू गाइस वॉच इट।
मेरा कोड मांबा, मेरा कोड है गाइस, उसके लिए बोनस 25 पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे, हेवान x EMG 02।
तो यार मतलब हमको दे दो थोड़ा, पहले
हमें भी
देते,
पीसी दिलवा दो हेवान भाई।
हाँ भाई
भाई मेरे पास खुद नहीं है।
खुद पीसी है नहीं, गिव अवे करने चले। बट नाउ ओके, you know, moving on from the show match, because it was a lot of fun, but now moving on to the serious side of things, right? Serious side of business. The grand finals that we have at hand, Team Sarafa versus Orangutan. Now Orangutan एक ऐसी टीम है जो of course it's been pretty dominant, थोड़ा सा roster change भी हुआ है, but हम दोनों splits की बात करें, they won both the splits as well. And then there's Team Sarafa, जो on paper आपको नई टीम नजर आती है, but it definitely has a lot of old players जिन्होंने एक दूसरे के साथ खेला भी है पहले।
बहुत
Yeah.
Arvind, what do you think of it? What do you make of it?
I think it's going to be like the play styles जो है पुराने OG और VLT के काफी similar रहेंगे. I mean, I know it's not VLT anymore, it's Sarafa, but the style of, you know, the game style इतना ज्यादा फर्क नहीं है जितना मैं देख रहा था, right? It's pretty much Orangutan still likes to take a lot of walk contacts, उनको burst करना बहुत पसंद है, and aim duels पे उनको काफी confidence है, and whereas Sarafa थोड़ा team based, mid round based ज्यादा खेलते हैं, based on a lot of setups. So I think एक काउंटर इंट्यूटिव मैच है बेसिकली, कि अगर सराफा को ओजी को हराना है, दे हैव टू विन द ड्यूल्स, क्योंकि ओजी इंडिविजुअल प्लेयर्स भी काफी ड्यूल्स लेंगे इवन इफ सराफा इज इन सेटअप. सो आई थिंक दैट इज गोइंग टू बी अ क्रूशियल टर्निंग पॉइंट.
No, we definitely have a lot of things to discuss with both these teams, right? But talking about Orangutan specifically, Hevan, Frostmine is the latest addition to the team right now.
Yeah.
Do you think that is going to be any sort of a problem for the team? क्योंकि देखिए चार players वो खेल रहे हैं अभी भी, इतना ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए.
Yeah.
But what do you make of it against a team like Sarafa? Again, ये सारे players एक साथ वापस खेल रहे थोड़े वक्त के बाद. They've all
Yes.
played against each other. Sorry, with each other. What do you think? Do you think there's going to be any sort of problem in terms of synergy, या फिर जो team structure होता है उसके हिसाब से, या फिर आपने matches देख के आपको नहीं लगता ये चीज़?
No, since I think Frostbite अभी recently ही add हुए हैं, ज़्यादा time नहीं हुआ है, तो in such situations like what teams normally do ना, कि वो लोग जो पहले से structure रहता है उसमें अब नए players को डालने की कोशिश करते हैं. You know, after this tournament they will come up with a new structure according to Frostmine's play style, and because he's the controller तो उन लोग वैसे खेलेंगे. अजीज अभी duelist है तो उसके अराउंड कैसे खेलेंगे वो लोग, तो बट आई थिंक फ्रॉस्टमाइन को अभी फिलहाल के लिए दे विल पुट इट इन द स्ट्रक्चर दे ऑलरेडी यूज्ड टू प्ले विद, तो आई थिंक दैट इज गोना हैपन.
That's pretty interesting. No, you make a fair point. But यहाँ पे veto ready हो चुका है, तो we'll move on to the veto as well, the map pick and ban, and we'll discuss the maps. But Bhavin, I want to ask you this. ये दोनों teams के बीच में history है. Definitely very surprised seeing Pearl over here, because Pearl खेली थी ये दोनों टीमें, and last time जब Orangutan खेली थी सराफा के खिलाफ 13-1 जीती थी.
Yeah.
So I think the one silver lining for Sarafa is कि वो fifth map होने वाला है. If in case it does go to the fifth map, they don't have to worry about Pearl all that much. Bind खेले थे दोनों एक दूसरे के खिलाफ, जहाँ पे Orangutan 13-7 जीती थी, which is a second map. What do you make of this veto over here?
So I think Sarafa के लिए Pearl खेलना optional नहीं था, because I don't think they had the time to prepare 6 maps. So I think जो last time भी Pearl का उनका result था, maybe was a consequence of that, you know, they are not that well prepared on 6 maps right now since it's a new team. But I think तब से अभी काफी time हो गया है, and I definitely feel they should have cooked something up on Pearl, क्योंकि उनको मालूम था ये veto में आने ही वाला है. And talking about Bind, I feel दोनों teams को काफी comfortable लगता है ये map पे. Personally, I know Sarafa Bind a lot. उनका play style भी काफी हद तक मैं जानता हूँ, तो I feel it can be a good pick for them. But then again, जो comp OG run कर रहा था इसके पहले, right? That is a very interesting comp, because Sarafa को space लेने के लिए सिर्फ Skydog and Race का boombot होता है, and OG has a lot of utility to deny that space. So it'll be interesting देखने के लिए कि how Sarafa deals with it, because जब Fate का Prowler आएगा, and if I'm not wrong OG Sky भी खेलता है, so they have a lot of info gathering and also positioning जो deny करती है Sarafa को. Again clash हो रहा है दोनों का play styles वहाँ पे, तो let's see how Sarafa does this time.
हेवान, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ कि लोटस बैन जो है, लास्ट टाइम हमने देखा था सराफा खेलते हुए एंड लोटस पे काफी ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग नजर आ रहे थे, स्पेशली द वे मार्सल वाज प्लेइंग अराउंड सी, क्योंकि जब 3 साइड्स होती है आपके पास डिफेंड करने के लिए, तो इधर देयर टू वेज यू कैन लुक एट इट। एक, या तो आप उस हिसाब से खेले कि आप बहुत ज्यादा प्रोएक्टिव खेल रहे हैं सो दैट यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट रीटेकिंग और गिविंग अवे टू मच एरिया, तो आप उस तरीके से जो प्रोसेस ऑफ एलिमिनेशन होती है मैप कंट्रोल की, आप प्रोएक्टिव खेल के लेते हैं, या फिर यू ऑब्वियसली वांट टू प्ले अ प्रॉपर रीटेक। बट द वे सराफा वाज प्लेइंग, दे वर प्रीटी स्प्रेड आउट, ऐसा भी नहीं था बहुत ज्यादा प्रोएक्टिव हो रहे थे, देयर वर राउंड्स जहां पे एग्रेशन दिखा रहे थे, बट ओवरऑल दे वर स्टिल प्रीटी लेड बैक बिकॉज ऑफ द कॉम्प, स्पेशली आई डू बिलीव वाइपर ऑन सी, द वे मार्सल प्लेड वाज प्रीटी, दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई Orangutan went for a Lotus ban.
I feel more than that. I think OG का perma ban Lotus रहता है for as far as I know. They insta ban Lotus. So also nothing to take away from Team Sarafa. Team Sarafa बहुत अच्छा Lotus खेलती है. I think वो लोग का जो comp है, वो लोग के जैसे players है, they are very suitable for like 2 controller setups and you know कोई भी map में. तो I think but I think उससे ज़्यादा I think Orangutan ही OG like Orangutan ने Lotus बैन किया, that is a good thing.
Yeah. And बात करें स्प्लिट के बारे में, दोनों टीमें ये टूर्नामेंट के अंदर स्प्लिट खेल चुके हैं. None of these teams have lost मैप्स ऑन स्प्लिट और मैचेस ऑन स्प्लिट, बट एट द सेम टाइम सैम्पल साइज बहुत ज़्यादा छोटा है. सराफा की अगर हम बात करें, सराफा सिर्फ एक बार स्प्लिट खेला है इसके पहले इस टूर्नामेंट के अंदर, एंड ओजी ने 2 बार खेला है, तो इतना ज़्यादा डेटा भी नहीं है टीम्स के पास प्रिपेयर करने के लिए कि देखे क्या किस तरीके का प्ले स्टाइल है. बट आई एम श्योर जितना भी अवेलेबल है उनके पास, वहाँ से एक्सट्रापोलेट करके वो समझ पाएंगे. बट भाविन, व्हाट डू यू थिंक मैप 1, do you think it favors one team more than the other, or do you feel it's going to be an even Stevens matchup?
I feel map 1 favors OG a bit more than Sarafa because historically also Sarafa को split इतना नहीं पसंद आता था. But more than that, Sarafa likes to play a lot on setups on split, and OG likes to does a lot of walk contact. या तो दूसरी चीज जो OG करती है वो एक जगह पे प्रेशर क्रिएट करके अपने लर्क्स को एक्टिवेट करते हैं. तो अगर सराफा अपने सेटअप्स पे खेल रहे हैं एंड OG कैच ऑन टू दैट, राइट, तो जो OG के लर्क्स उन लोग एक्टिवेट करेंगे, इधर सराफा के टीममेट्स को वो ड्यूल जीतनी पड़ेगी और एल्स दे विल हैव टू गिव अवे द स्पेस बैक टू OG. सो आई थिंक इफ सराफा स्टिल प्लेज ऑन देयर सेटअप्स एंड स्टिल प्लेज for the retakes, then OG can have a big advantage there because OG के lurks काफी एक्टिव रहते हैं, उनके passive lurks काफी कम रहते हैं, and वो space एक बार मिलने के बाद retakes all comes down to your planning and how well you're prepared as a team, right? So that will be something interesting to watch.
बट आपके लिए एक फॉलो अप क्वेश्चन है मेरे पास. रॉ फ्यूल को आपने देखा था, he's been playing Sentinel quite a bit lately.
Yeah.
What do you think inspired that change in the team?
I think they wanted to put Aziz on the main duelist role because इसके पहले I think ऐसा था कि रॉफ्यूल जेट खेल रहा था and बाकी जो भी duelist थे वो अजीज खेल रहा था. Maybe they wanted to switch to a single duelist setup and run chamber along with it in some maps and killjoy कुछ maps में. तो I think रॉफ्यूल ने बोला होगा कि that I think he's comfortable in playing sentinels and that's why they swap. But from the games I watched, obviously he's still learning the agent. He's winning most of his duels, but as a pure sentinel, I think he'll take some time to adapt.
That's an interesting point you make, Hevan. I do have other follow-up questions for you, but फिलहाल वक्त एक छोटे से break because we are waiting on the players, but we will come back with a lot more to talk about and a lot more live action. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. Stay tuned because we have a lot of action lined up for you folks.
Oh, baby.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the EMG Pro Series. मेरा नाम है रंजीत मामा सीनियर पटेल. अभी भी मेरे साथ बरकरार है Hell Ranger and Heavan. And of course, we don't start our matches without waiting for a little bit. But veto हो चुका है. We've spoken about the history between the teams as well. But मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ पहले मैप के बारे में. Heavan, I'll start off with you. We were discussing this in the break. किस तरीके का composition भी दोनों टीमें खेलना पसंद करती है. What do you think of those comps? Because एक टीम है जिनको डबल ड्यूलिस्ट खेलना है, एक टीम है जिनको डबल कंट्रोलर और नो सेंटिनल खेलना है.
आई थिंक यार द लाइनअप जो ओरांगुटान चलाती है विद स्काई एंटीडोट जो खेलता है एंड चेम्बर अपना रॉफ्यूल खेलता है, सो आई थिंक दैट्स अ वेरी गुड कॉम्प. मोस्टली आई थिंक आई सी वाइपर लॉक कर रहा है उसमें, दैट्स आरवीके, and बहुत ही एक्टिव लॉक करता है, बट sometimes things don't go right, like what I have seen. Sometimes things don't go right and antidote takes the charge, तो antidote लॉक करने लगता है उसमें and RVK comes up with the back. So I think if अगर जो ऐसा हुआ तो फिर वापस एंटीडोट को लर्क पे हम देख सकते हैं, बिकॉज एंटीडोट इज मोर एक्सपीरियंस्ड विद द लर्क्स एंड ही नोज हाउ एंड व्हेन टू गिव कॉल्स अकॉर्डिंग टू द लर्क, सेट अप हिज टीम, वो सब. तो इसके वजह से आई थिंक ओजी का लाइनअप मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है बेटर है, बट देन अगेन यू नेवर नो यार. एस्ट्रा है सामने में सराफा पे, सो लेट्स सी. अनुज प्लेइंग एस्ट्रा फॉर श्योर.
हां या 100%.
आई थिंक लास्ट गेम में ओजी ने बहुत ज्यादा एम्फेसिस दिया था बी साइड की तरफ वाइपर यूटिलिटी के साथ, तो आई थिंक इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर सराफा टू डिनाई ओजी दैट स्पेस जो उन लोग फ्री में लेते हैं, चाहे वो बी पे हो या ए पे हो. आई थिंक इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दे कंटेस्ट द वाइपर स्पेस or at least show some presence there, you know, so that OG is forced to pivot. तो काफी crucial होगा जब you know Sarafa either fights and kills off that lurk, या तो उसको पीछे भगा के they are ready for setup on the other side of the map, you know, कि समझो कि B main पे pressure करके mid fight करने ready है या A reaction के लिए ready है. So I think Sarafa has to play a bit of mind game with OG, but at the same time not give them free space, because that is one thing OG is really good at, is taking the space which is given to them. वो walk in करते रहते हैं, and I don't think Sarafa को वो देना चाहिए, नहीं तो it will be really you know, it will be really hard for them.
Interesting. Hevan, if you could point out one win condition for both the teams, what would they be if they even exist in this match?
Well, जैसे भाविन ने बोला कि what I think is ये दोनों टीम्स एक दूसरे के साथ बहुत खेल चुके हैं. बेसिकली टीम्स नहीं है, आपको दिख रही हैं, टीम सराफा एंड और प्लेयर्स बहुत ही एक दूसरे के साथ खेल चुके हैं. सो दे नो देयर प्ले स्टाइल, यू नो. सो कोई मैप का रीजन अगर जो कहीं से लीव हो जाता है तो सराफा नोज की हाउ टू रीटेक इट. तो आई थिंक इट्स गोना बी लाइक नॉट क्लोज, बट या आई थिंक OG is gonna take it easy.
Wonderful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a casters waiting for us, Tanya and Universe. Over to you, folks.
Thank you, Mamba, and thank you, Hell Ranger and Hevan as well. We're going to be heading straight into the match, ladies and gentlemen, the finals of the EMG League Pro Series South Asia. One of these teams will be able to go straight to the Legends Cup. The other one will play in the LCQ. But it all about is the glory right now. Who wants the easier route? Defending side right now for Team Sarafa. आगे बढ़ के थोड़ा इन्फॉर्मेशन लेने की कोशिश में यहाँ पे राइट टू वेस एंड पूरी की पूरी ओरेंगटन स्क्वाड यहाँ पे एक के बाहर.
काफी अग्रेसिव रश आते हुए नजर आ रहा है. ग्रेविटी वेल ने अभी के लिए इट हैज पुट एवरीथिंग ऑन होल्ड. लेट्स सी फॉर हाउ लॉन्ग. Little do they know that RVK knew the angle of Marzel, and here we go. The casualty is in exchange. It's a 2v4 situation. Spike initiate हो चुका है. Tricky अब rotate होके साइड पे जा रहे हैं. Heaven control लेने की कोशिश करेंगे. Heaven पे कोई भी प्लेयर नहीं है, लेकिन स्प्लिट जरूर है. स्क्रीन्स पर एक प्लेयर है, साइड पर एक प्लेयर है और दो मेन पर प्लेयर है.
पे थोड़ा सा रैंप कंट्रोल होते हैं. ऑफ कोर्स ओरेंगटन नो दैट दिस इज हैपनिंग एंड दे आर रेडी फॉर अ डबल पीक करके दोनों ने यहाँ पे बहुत ही बेहतरीन तरीके से निकाल दिया है सराफा के आखिरी दो प्लेयर्स को. एंड विद दैट लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, प्रीटी क्लीन राउंड फॉर ओरेंगटन ओवरऑल. वाज अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ अ मिसमैच इन द बिगिनिंग इटसेल्फ. थोड़ा सा अगर पैसिवली खेलते तो शायद टीम सराफा को एक अच्छी एडवांटेज मिलती उस राउंड पे, लेकिन Orangutan's pace was just way too quick. The minute that Trailblazer was set foot, Orangutan knew that they have to push in, and they did and got control, and that's the pistol for them. And now with the upgraded weaponry, they will be fighting a very weak Sarafa.
Mid control in hands of right to Ace, and through the smokes, there's nobody who would want to push it all. And it's a play of patience, even though with the superior weaponry, Antidote will send the flash. But no information as of now, and Rofuel is holding the angle very wisely. I don't know why. I always appreciate Sentinels, and Orangutan के पास एक advantage है जब आपके पास Sentinel होता है, वो भी split जैसे मैप में जहाँ पर multiple opening है. Viper wall के through चल के they are heading towards side B, and look at the map. There's nobody on side B, and here we go. Antidote for the Suez luck. Always this happened during the semi-finale. This is happening again in the finals, but this time they are. Okay, the superior weaponry plays its amazing role. अकेले Marzel बचते हैं 1v5 में, just a classic.
Yeah, it's definitely a move that they did not expect. Orangutan बहुत ही अच्छी टाइमिंग के साथ एंटीडोट आ चुके थे Suez के थ्रू. And I think there was a little bit problem. They had the wall up for a very long time. I think they took a little too much time to push that market position. I think Sarafa should have been a little more quicker there. They would have at least been able to get some good favorable fights onto them, because the people who were outside B, they were expecting a push, but they weren't completely, you know, aware of it. So could have been a much better round for Team Sarafa. They could have gotten at least 2, maybe 3 kills there. Unfortunately, did not go the way. Now they are focusing a little bit on the spread. They're playing a little bit of a default here. Of course, we've got the 2 people towards mid, 2 on A and 1 on B. The Astra who holds it alone. Azil gonna try to take a little aggressive control with his poison orb. For now, there's gonna be no exchange of damage. Just a little bit of information. They know that the sky's towards mid, but Orangutan playing the way that, you know, Hell Ranger had mentioned as well. जो उन्होंने कहा था कि एक प्लेयर को वो प्रेशर पे डालने की कोशिश करके Sarafa ko, they will try to pivot on the other end by forcing the movements of Sarafa, and that's exactly what they try to do. But looks like there's a bit of a off-guard moment here. Karma will get off. No, he's going to be okay, actually. Right to a tricky fly right in to find the kills. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pretty clean up, easy round for the side of Team Sarafa. Tricky to do the magic of his jet as he jumps around, finds the most kills. But they could have saved one more over there. एक और को बचा ही सकते थे वहाँ पे.
बचा सकते थे बट देखिए फुल राउंड था एंड इट्स ग्रेट टू सी दैट एटलीस्ट दे वर एबल टू गेट दिस वन एंड बोनस था फॉर ओरंगुटान नाउ इट्स द फाइट ऑफ इक्वल्स इट्स लाइक both the teams are going to have equal weaponry except for Antidote will go with the half shield and same goes for Tricky. Again they are looking a little extra committed towards side B and Viper's wall is already being used. That is toxic screen. Let's see how the switch happens over here. Gravity well is also placed. Instead we can call it a star is already placed. Mid firing shots to no damaging exchanged. It's a play of patience, pause again, and ये अच्छा कर रहे हैं. Aggressive push एक बार हो गया पिस्टल राउंड में अच्छी तरीके से ऑन किया और फ्रॉस्ट की पोजीशन कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो चुकी है जिसके चलते पेंट शेड डाला गया और थोड़ा दूर भी पुश किया गया.
Deadly is a little aggressive but he still gets saved. Summer Frost does not go for that fight. वो fight ले सकते थे, उनका flash बिल्कुल on point था, but he doesn't go for it. Marzel here is going to be taking the first contact towards mid and he will lose that contact as well. Tricky की अच्छी positioning लेकिन उनको यहाँ पे देख लिया गया है. He still finds the first kill though. What a brilliant trade from Aziz. Absolutely instantaneous. And now Amaterasu in trouble. दो तरफ से उनको यहाँ पे pressure झेलना पड़ेगा. He gets behind. He goes to CD for cover and that's a better decision for him to play on the retake here. 3v4. Disadvantage is men for the side of Sarafa. Can they pull this back? Deadly says yes. First one down. 3 more to go.
3 versus 3, fight of equals, except the time is in the favor of Orangutan for now. Frost will be able to take down right to ace and heaven control है, कुछ भी करके साइड पे जाना पड़ेगा. बूम बॉट डाला गया to no information. Deadly making sure of to check all the backstabs, but there's nobody behind him. धीरे धीरे आगे जाएंगे. पिक्स ले नहीं पाए but Antidote will be able to shut Doodly down. Last one Karma and they have a healer in the team, so जितना भी damage दिया था it's again going to go back to square except for Antidote. He's down right now and the time is no more favorable and nor are the players. The last man standing Karma will go to sleep as well. 3-1. देखिए यूनिवर्स फाइट ऑफ इक्वल्स के अंदर कहीं ना कहीं ओरंगुटान स्प्लिट खेल रहे थे जिसके चलते प्लेयर लॉस हुआ जरूर बट दे एग्जैक्टली नो हाउ टू अगेन रिकम्पेंसेट फॉर द लॉस.
Yeah, they're very good on the trade. Orangutan so far has been pretty decently covering up for their teammates. लेकिन थोड़ी सी मुश्किलें जरूर आएंगी अगर जो फाइट डेडली और ट्रिकी साथ में अगर वो कंबाइन करके लेना चाहे. I think Sarafa are not too keen on making heavy commitments in terms of defensive pushes. हम देख रहे हैं कि उनका सेटअप जो है वो काफी डिफॉल्ट रहा है. दे आर नॉट ट्राइंग एनीथिंग प्रोएक्टिव. दे प्लेइंग मोर रिएक्टिव ओवर हियर एंड दैट वाज समथिंग पॉइंटेड आउट बाय हेवान इन हेल रेंजर एज वेल कि वो काफी वेलोसिटी का जो गेम स्टाइल है दैट ऑफ कोर्स इज लिंगरिंग अराउंड दिस टीम. फॉर नाउ अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ अ हेवी स्टैक टुवर्ड्स दिस A heaven region spotted only Aziz. They've got no the information at the moment. They just know that there's a couple of players of Orangutan here. लेकिन कंट्रोल के नाम पे सराफा के पास प्रैक्टिकली कुछ भी नहीं बचा है. साइड पूरा का पूरा empty है इस वक्त के लिए. And Orangutan can easily gain the side. Aziz though trying to take a fight and he gets triple picked and Marcel with a brilliant first shot to take out the casualty. Now Deadly gets the contact. Not going to be connecting his first shot. Needs a little more juice in that jug right now. And he's going to go out for the mid peak, completely out in the open, but still gets covered thanks to his teammate. The B-side attack now has been taken over, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, Orangutan find their plant, unless वो grenade काफी बड़ा हो सकता है, and yes, it stops the plant यहाँ पे. 3v4 अभी भी सराफा कंट्रोल में मौजूद और कंट्रोल के नाम पे वो और भी छीन रहे हैं Orangutan से यहाँ पे. 3v2 should be easy for Marcel for another and Tricky as well. A thrifty from Sarafa.
ओपनिंग पिक शानदार जानदार था कमिंग अप फ्रॉम मार्जेल. फिर धीरे धीरे वेपन्स अपग्रेड होते गए. मिड में डेफिनेटली दे डिड मिस अ शॉट एंड वर्क वंडर्स. फॉर नाउ अ थ्रिफ्टी अ स्ट्रॉन्ग वन and a major loss for Orangutan for now because the eco crash हो चुका है. We are spotting big guns over here. But let's see Thrifty का जवाब Thrifty से होता है या नहीं. And let's talk about Tricky as well with the operator. And I believe this should be the round. अगर ये round अच्छे से निकल जाता है with the Tricky's operator, multiple round निकलने का एक opportunity create हो सकता है.
Absolutely. Economy build-up is a little bit of requirement right now for the side of Team Sarafa. उनको ज़रूरत है इस वक्त पैसे जमा करने की. Deadly. थोड़ी सी यहाँ पे उनको सावधानी से कदम रखना पड़ेगा. He's got a player right up on the other side of him. A little bit careful, tricky for the moment, all alone by himself holding the A side, and that's all they need. उनको और कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है यहाँ पे A side पे. वो operator खाली काफ़ी है. But Mazil taking a little bit of pressure on the other side. B side पे भी काफ़ी यहाँ पे fights चल रही हैं. Mazil really careful, whereas on the other side, Deadly is activated his ultimate and he will find the kill. The showstopper will not go to waste this time, as it is just Aziz and Frostmine left. The two international players of Orangutan. Need to be very careful here. Tricky holding a very passive angle, but he's peeking for more. He's itching for more, and he will find more. Frostmind left alone with the Sheriff. क्या ही कर सकते हैं? शायद एक kill यहाँ पे उनको मिल जाए. जी नहीं. Deadly कहते हैं बिल्कुल नहीं. 3-3 as Sarafa pull back the cards to their favor.
Tricky and Deadly owned this round entirely with their op and vandal shots, and sure, it was a save round, semi-buy round for them. So let's hope that this doesn't continue furthermore, because Tricky with operator is always very deadly, and Deadly is already playing very deadly. They both have 6 frags each, and Tricky does have ultimate ready for quite a while, but I don't see it being used as of now until he has operator in his hand. And for now, he's going to take care of A near the screens. But again, it's a 5-stack push near to the B, except for one player who is heading towards mid. How difficult or easy it's going to be, let's see. Except Karma knows
Marcel.
now.
He gets spammed down towards mid. वो बहुत ही important frag था Antidote के लिए, and now he's gained control of B heaven as well. He's seen the Seekers clear out their angle, so he's going to be pushing, trying to take control. और वो wait करेंगे कि उनके pressure के through यहाँ पे अपने teammates को पाए B side के अंदर. लेकिन कर्मा का बेहतरीन kill पहला वाला instantly traded off दो. Deadly बहुत ज्यादा wide swing, लेकिन 3 player वहाँ पे उनके इंतजार में खड़े हैं. Right to ace, probably trying to relive his right to clutch name. Would look for a little bit more information. Frostmine. A good change of position for the moment as Tricky is making his way towards the B side. Tricky को शायद एक awareness होगी कि यहाँ पे player है, but and that's exactly why he's not pushing too far. He's gonna wait for Antidote to give him a little bit of a piece of the cake here. Yeah, Antidote tries to get away, no damage given whatsoever, and Tricky's in trouble. The best decision right now, I think, for Sarafa. यहाँ पे शायद save करने का होगा, लेकिन try जरूर करेंगे. Right to इसका पहला kill. 2 और उनके सामने मौजूद है. उनका एक क्रॉसफायर यहाँ पे बन सकता है, and that's a good smoke as well to cover off the angles for him. He's going to be a little bit careful about this now. He attempted, he goes into the smoke, has no idea. The crossfire has been set up now between Antidote and Frostmine, unless Antidote wants to go on a little bit of a roam around the world, and he will find advantages thanks to it. 3-4. Orangutan strike back. थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे उसे स्क्रैपी राउंड था तान्या. मुश्किलें जरूर आई ओरेंगटन के लिए, लेकिन राउंड अंत में आ ही गया.
राउंड आ गया, काफी क्लीन राउंड आ गया, एंड द वे स्नीकीली जिस तरीके से वी आर रिपीटेडली स्पॉटिंग एंटीडोट गोइंग टू द मिड, एंटरिंग द साइट, गेटिंग द साइट कंट्रोल, प्लेयर सपोर्टिवली प्लांटिंग द स्पाइक. आई बिलीव दैट इज फंक्शनिंग वेरी वेरी वेल. बट ठीक है, एक राउंड गया हुआ है, अभी भी दे हैव इनफ इको टू गो फॉर अ फुल बाय राउंड. ट्रिकी विद एन ऑपरेटर अगेन कैन बी प्रूवन अ लिटिल डेडली, बट देन अगेन देयर इज वन प्लेयर हु इज अगेन ऑन द लर्क, एंड मिड विल बी कंट्रोल्ड. एक अच्छा वाइपर स्पिट यूटिलाइज कर दिया है मार्जिल ने. मिड से अब पुश रोक दिया गया, एक्सेप्ट फॉर बूम बॉट इंफॉर्मेशन निकालने की कोशिश, लेकिन अभी के लिए इतना पता चला है प्लेयर है, नॉट मच ऑफ एन इंटरैक्शन विद एनी ऑफ द प्लेयर्स.
Tricky yet again holding that A side all by himself, and he's got no contact of course until now, but Orangutan धीरे धीरे से उसी तरफ जाने की कोशिश में है, and that flash is great info. Now Tricky can hold on to this angle and hope for a free kill as well. And Aziz might walk into his crosshair. Just about a second, he will give it to him. Tricky, patience rewarded here, and instantly you can see Orangutan के यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा शायद उनको problems हो जाए, because they might rethink about going to this A side unless they actually try to re-hit it. They've got 50 seconds to work with, so they can choose to rotate, but that mid region, without controlling that, they cannot possibly think of taking B. So they are going to be attacking straight to this A side, and right away is बहुत बढ़िया position उनकी. पहला kill उनको Tricky से छीना जाएगा. Tricky will be finding the first kill, and he's got a little more to work for here. Tricky can potentially hold on this A side all by himself, but he's covered by 2 different angles. He's worried about 2 different angles. And now Raw Fuel is on his move to maybe get an advantage for his team in this 3v4 situation.
वेल एक अच्छा एंगल था हेवन का, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली फ्रैग्स नहीं निकल पाई. स्पाइक प्लांट है 3v4 ऑपरेटर के साथ. रॉफ्यूल इज गोइंग टू मेक द मोस्ट यूज ऑफ इट. फ्रॉम
Wow,
डिनाई
tricky.
कैसे करेंगे? इट्स अ ट्रिपल 4 ट्रिकी एंड कॉस्मिक डिवाइन यू आता है. इसके बावजूद फ्रॉस्ट यहाँ पर ट्रिकी को शट करेंगे. 1v3 सिचुएशन एंड ही विल बी पुट
Brilliant.
डाउन टू स्लीप एज वेल. अ ब्रिलियंट राउंड कमिंग इन विथ मल्टीपल अल्ट्स यूज्ड. वाइपर्स पिट मिड कंट्रोल नहीं दिया गया and that was the convenient round. And we'll also appreciate the way Tricky was able to get 3 frags for himself and rest is deadly. देखो ये दोनों simultaneously change कर रहे हैं 3 picks 2 picks but round उनके favor में जा रहा है बार.
Yeah, absolutely. Tricky, all he needed was one piece of information which Right2S gave him with the flash that they got early on towards A main, and that's exactly why he's able to confidently hold on to that angle. And Orangutan, I don't know why Aziz dry picked that, even though he knew that Tricky already had an operator. उनको पता था कि operator मौजूद है कहीं तो होगा, and it's been at A mostly predominantly, so he should have expected that. No supporting utility coming out from him. Neither did he try to throw out the boom bot. So a little bit of a mistake from OG's end there. They should have probably, initiated Aziz's attack. But either way, it's Sarafa who will get an advantage and they will take it any day of the week. Raw Fuel with the tour de force trying to make a little bit of movement towards mid and okay, never mind. Deadly. This is he's got a flag as well. He's still alive with no damage whatsoever. Deadly. You sneaky little amazing player. Gets away. I still can't believe उनको एक भी अंक का डैमेज नहीं दिया गया वहां पे तान.
It was very sneaky. Got a pick, ran back.
No,
Roffuel
no.
was heading
Right
for
to
Marzel
ace.
in the mid, but right to ace pick हो जाएंगे इधर. And a good angle for Karma as well. Tour de force का second shot deny होते हुए, and for now it is going to be snake bite, which is going to stop them for a while, not for so long. Again, they're trying to push through mid. 4v3 है, numbers disadvantage Orangutan के favor, unfavorable situation में. Now they're also trying to reroute themselves. B के towards face
Yep.
जरूर था, लेकिन now they're heading towards A. And heaven control आ चुका है, but players,
Oh, the switch
what are
around.
they up to?
Oh, the rotation. They're reading this wrong. Team Sarafa have already called out for Deadly to rotate away. And look at Tricky. Bilkul open. Mid-region was completely vulnerable for Sarafa. And nobody expected that they would push from that region. They did a great piece of information gained and a great pick gained as well. Frostmine gets another Marzil drop. And I think a round that should have been Sarafa's has slipped into the hands of Orangutan. Very quickly, Deadly. A moment of desperation. थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही उनको यहाँ पे शायद एक किल की ज़रूरत पड़ गई and he went for the jump and kill. लेकिन with the Vandal, of course, it's not something that you get like the Phantom. And now it's Karma left alone. He's already been heard. Roffuel's ready for it. This should be the fifth round coming up for Orangutan. Matarasu can only hope for maybe confirmation, consolatory kill, not gonna happen. Aziz finds him on the timing, and with that, Orangutan, I mean, I expected कि Orangutan को यहाँ पे शायद एक early momentum मिल जाए, लेकिन Sarafa, they're doing quite well, aren't they? They're keeping them on their toes.
But this kill coming in from Deadly was amazing, and then Roffuel was not going to stop him. An angle mismatch हो गया यहाँ पर, and the angle coming in. I mean, everything that Sarafa was planning to do worked again, and Orangutan used it as the point of advantage for themselves. And viewers, this is the giveaway code I632. Make sure you use it and redeem it on the link given in the chat section. Redeem करिए जल्द से जल्द ये giveaway code. Chat section में link दिया हुआ है.
Absolutely, guys. If you guys want a $2,000 PC, by the way, get your chances up by copying every single code possible. जो भी हम आपके स्क्रीन पे आता रहेगा अभी और आगे भी आता रहेगा, आपको सारे कोड्स कॉपी करके रिडीम करने हैं जो लिंक दिया गया है उस पे. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this timeout, of course, a little questionable from my side because Orangutan probably have spotted something. I think their coach, of course, forgive me, not their coach, the analyst Sky has spotted something that I think he wants to relate to the team that could help them maybe clutch out the further rounds and stop and maybe how to tackle this deadly duo of Deadly himself and Tricky, because those two youngsters, the prodigies that they are, with the duelists that they're playing, they've taken a lot of control. They are not afraid to take fights, and they've been able to find these picks pretty confidently. And it looks like they're trying to do that towards B, whereas Orangutan, they're going to run into a free A side, which has been deemed as retakeable for the moment by Sarafa. And right to ace, he's getting away from it as far as possible. Aziz's showstopper will find nothing but an empty side. At least it's got them an empty side, which will be taken over by RVK's Viper Pit. And now a 5v5 retake. Sarafa in big trouble because their Viper Pit is going to cause a lot of problems for them.
Definitely, and predicting the position and angles is going to be even more difficult. Right timing into with a showstopper, controlling with the Viper's Pit. But they did not know Frostmind had an angle as well near to the heaven, 2 picks down. And it's all one more tricky with an operator. We'll also try to exchange some casualties. But at the end of the day, Karma trying to use his stars, trying to at least get the early advantage of... Oh, the split of the players is also amazing. Universe, did you just notice one play on the heaven?
Yeah.
One exactly away from the side, and the round very well played from the side of Orangutan. 2 utilities. It's my bad. Used very, very wisely. And the sneaky angle coming in from the side of Frost, because having Viper's Pit enabled, nobody would expect any play over there.
Yeah, well, this is a round that I think Sarafa ne काफी गलत read कर दिया. They were expecting to have a little bit of a altercation towards B main, but B main was completely empty. Orangutan had the perfect entrance into the A side. Of course, that showstopper pushed right to ace off his mark as well, and that retake completely off its mark just because of that Viper's Pit. The amount of control it gained, the amount of vision it blocked off, it was Orangutans from the get-go itself. Now they're heading towards B as Antidote trying to scour for a little bit of information. All he gets is that there's one player available, but of course they know that the opponents are on an eco or sort of a semi-eco thanks to the previous win, and this should be a settlement for Orangutan into the better score line before going to the second half. They should be able to put 7 on the board here unless we see another thrifty. हमने पहले भी सराफा का एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन thrifty देखा था. If they're able to repeat it, there's nothing quite like it. Raw fuel. Oh, he will be spotted. He's been spotted. They know that there's a lurk waiting over here for them, and they're not going to be pushing this anymore. Deadly's going to hold on to the angle for dear life.
Well, after a thrifty from Sarafa, Orangutan also got one thrifty. So doing a thrifty is going to be a tough call. They do have 2 ultimates though. Mid control, Marcel is not going to leave it open this time. And Seekers being used, Tricky will try to save himself for a little while. And now again, players are rerouting towards site in. There's nobody there. There's nobody there except for Deadly, who's trying to go through the spawn. And as soon as I say that, Marcel will also go for the rotation. Seekers have revealed a little bit of information, which is very, very helpful. Good ultimate used over here. Antidote taking care of the mid, exchange of bullets. Spike has been initiated. Antidote will get the first, but not the second. Tricky will be able to stop him for a while.
Oh, that is a big ultimate behind it as well. It follows up and a double peek from right to ace and Marcel. And right to ace clutches it up by getting the trade frag. 2 versus 1. There is one player pretty down low, but right to ace could definitely heal him up, but he's got no position to do that. He swings out wide towards Frost, and Frost kills him up. 1v1. It's a duelist who's tagged up pretty down low. He will be taken out completely. Frostmind with the clutch, as Orangutan put up 7 with a very scary thrifty that was almost going to win right in front of their faces.
The space between the players is also very good. Side control मिल जाता है, इसके बावजूद players are holding an angle where they are anticipating the opponent's rotation, which is amazing. They are able to take down 2 players, 1 player deliver a lot of damage to the other one. So the way Orangutan is climbing up round by round, which is great. Raw fuel with an operator can be proven very, very deadly in this particular round. Site B is the commitment site right now. Right to ace has revealed the positioning and the location, and mid control under Mar now. And look at the split. It is very, very vast. Even being on the attacking side, the players have divided themselves so well.
Yeah, Sarafa are not quite, keen on making too many proactive plays. काफी देर तक वो अपने defaults पे ही depend करते हैं, लेकिन mid का default यहाँ पे almost टूटने वाला है क्योंकि they've already taken out 1 player. Deadly losing his life in this round is going to be a big problem for them because Deadly's utility has been very impactful so far. His boombot, his ultimate has been very, very effective in finding picks for his team, getting information as well, and pushing Orangutan off their mark. For the moment, Orangutan look like they might want to hit a B split here, and Sarafa are reading this okay, but they have a very big chance of getting sandwiched. And Mazil tries to make it a little easier, but the double swing is instantly coming on the back of that push, holds him off. Karma trying to make it work towards mid with his gravity pull, gets one vulnerable player but does not follow up on the other. Still a 2v3, Orangutan in the lead, and look at Antidote's position. काफी हद तक आगे पहुंच चुके हैं वो, and I don't think that right to ace is going to be expecting this untapped position. Gets one on the crossfire, but will be traded off again. Orangutan very, very strong on their trades, but Sarafa need one of them. They're tricky, will not be able to capitalize on that piece of information as Raw Fuel ends the half on 8-4.
And Raw Fuel's operator would be the game changer, round changer. That was already pre-predicted, and he played it wonderfully well. For now, 8-4, not a bad half, still doable. And talking about the individual fights, the Deadly as well as Tricky are doing an amazing work. A little bit of team efforts are going to help them. But more than team efforts, I believe the rotation that they are making, there's a little bit of confusion there. They're leaving a side completely, whereas talking about Orangutan on the other hand, they're leaving one of the player just to hold any of the players, opponent players rotation. So which is amazing at the end of the day. एक अच्छा strategy रख रहे हैं, side control मिल जाता है और spike plant हो जाता है. इसके बावजूद एक player को mid पर hold करा जाता है, main पर hold करा जाता है, entry पर hold करा जाता है. Still round start होते ही Deadly will be able to take down Frost, but RVK will trade him immediately.
Absolutely, here they're running in. RVK with a 3, RVK with 4, and RVK almost for the ace, but he just stood in one position. एक ही जगह पे खड़े होके उन्होंने 4 kill practically निकाल दिए. He almost got the ace over there, but unfortunately his pistol said, nah, it's time to reload. I'm finished for this round. But still, amazing stuff. He just stood there and found 3 kills, and Sarafa could practically do nothing about it. किसी का भी वहाँ पे aim, I believe, connect ही नहीं हुआ. पहला kill जो मिला डेडली को बहुत बेहतरीन था, but here this unfortunate circumstance, RVK, brilliant stuff from him. Very, very patiently played, and well paid off as well. 9-4, Orangutan now in a very good situation to win out this first map of split, as Aziz just keeps on adding to the advantage.
With control, they are pushing it with 3 players with the superior weaponry, but on the count of they're able to do nothing with just pistols in their hand. Heaven control is entirely taken. RVK will be able to shut down Karma as well. There's no more controller, at least not with the gravity wells and a little bit of extra vulnerability. Here we go, right to ace, trying to at least reduce the numbers as many possible. Raw Fuel would not allow furthermore. And here we go, Orangutan playing very, very flawlessly on the map of split, which is just great. And here is the replay.
Sarafa need to do a lot more now that they're 6 rounds down from where Orangutan currently sit. Ultimates की बात करें तो of course there's nobody practically close enough to it. Only right to ace is the one who might be able to find his seekers online this round. You know, if at all they try to proactively find him that A orb, which of course OG never really try to. At least 80% of the times they don't really try to, you know, compete for it, because they leave a lurker over there just to allow presence of players. On the other hand, Frost, look at what's happening here. He's blinded up a couple of players, but the duelists have jumped right into this side, and he's given it up for a retake, as Sarafa will find their first buy round pretty easily occupied on the B side. Plant जरूर यहाँ पे आ जाएगा बहुत आसानी से, लेकिन क्या वो इसको होल्ड कर पाएंगे? There is a Viper Spit available. If RVK decides to probably try it out from the CT position, he can cover off a lot of the angles over here and give a lot of ticking damage to these players as well. But Tricky's got a good position, and he might be able to he might be enough to take this round into the hands of Sarafa. But no, the timing, the flip, everything works out for him, comes up for him. A third for Deadly, and right to ace finds the other as well, as Team Sarafa find a breathing space in this pit of poison that Orangutan have surrounded them with the 10 rounds that they've won.
A very good round coming in, a good support, and Right to Ace was able to send the Trailblazer on the CT. Over there, exactly, he got the update about two players being there and holding onto an angle, one on the upper side, two below there. So somewhere now again, I believe Team Sarafa are again back in the game, at least after the side switch or after post pistol round. They're doing a little better. लेकिन अब देखते हैं क्या strategy रहेगी, क्योंकि टॉक्सिक स्क्रीन डाल दिया गया है, सेंटर फ्लैश एज वेल, ट्रेल ब्लेजर हेवन कंट्रोल लेने का कोशिश किया जा रहा है एंड रैंडम पॉट शॉट्स रॉफ्यूल की साइड से ज्यादा कुछ डैमेज नहीं हुआ है, बट चिप डैमेज जरूर है, बट या नो कैजुअलिटी, दैट इज व्हाट एग्जैक्टली मींट. ट्रिकी हेवन कंट्रोल नहीं ले पाएंगे इमीडिएटली क्योंकि स्मोक डाला गया है.
Oh boy. This is going to be difficult. काफी मुश्किल होने वाला है ये सराफा के लिए to break this defense. They've got a very strong hold on A for the moment. AVK on the other end of that wall. Tricky needs to be careful. AVK knows that there's a player right on the other end of that wall. There is a trademark as well to help him. Tricky को यहाँ पे अकेला, actually no, he's got Deadly right next to him. यहाँ पे दोनों duels को अकेला छोड़ के they've been exploring towards B over here. They just wanted to set up for a little bit of late luck, but Orangutan are very much aware of this. एक फ्लैश के साथ एंटीडोट ने वो कंफर्म कर लिया कि यहाँ पे प्लेयर्स मौजूद है अभी भी, एंड you can see instantly the minute that flash popped off, you can see that Sarafa instantly let go of the B main and they're pushing in towards mid. They're trying to maybe put a split. Yeah, they're gonna go in for the split towards heaven. They're gonna try and gain heaven control over here. AVK trying to hold them off. He gets a little bit more safety in his route as he heads to the side, and Raw Fuel ready for the first pick. Strikes deadly down straight from heaven above as Antidote finds another. And this defense from Orangutan is absolutely flawless. What a round from Orangutan. The patience that they had. किसी ने भी कोई एक्स्ट्रा पीक करने की यहाँ पे कोशिश नहीं की. आरवीके ने वहां पे जो हेवन पे प्रेशर खाया उसके इमीडिएट बाद वो रोटेट हो गए सीटी की तरफ, एंड ही पुट डाउन हिज वाइपर स्पिट एज ए विनिंग कंडीशन टू मेक श्योर दैट नोबडी इज एबल टू फाइंड एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ विजन of all his teammates. And what an absolute godlike play here from Orangutan. It was basic, but it was well executed.
It was very smoothly executed, and the way Viper's Pit was enabled, and still the players were trying to just get the exact angle. Again, it's a save round for the side of Team Sarafa, and if they are not able to win this, then Orangutan will head towards match point. Mid control लेने की कोशिश जरूर की जा रही है, but it's not going to be very easy. Ooh, Tricky with a clean shot. He's denied a vandal. Here we go, trying to get the heaven control. One more shot. Boombot sent Inchel as well, but Frost is going to take two frags one by one, and RVK to the support as well. They have got the spike control. Spike is on the other side. Let's see what is going to Karma do out of it.
Oh my god, that mid control was so well taken by the side of Sarafa, लेकिन उन्होंने किसी ने भी वो नजर नहीं डाली आरवीके की तरफ से. Vents was not being watched, and Frostmine, honestly, I don't know how he got away with that. He stood there and he took 2 kills one by one, and nobody punished him. I don't know why there was not a double swing coming in from Sarafa there. It was a little delayed swing. I agree, both did swing, but the second play was a little delayed in his movements. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like Sarafa are just bleeding to death at this point. They're hemorrhaging every single round possible that's coming up in front of them. And I think it's the end of this map of split, as we will be looking at Sarafa trying to maybe get a bit of life back in the next map, because this comeback seems unlikely, Tanya.
The comeback definitely seems unlikely, and if they're able to do so, it would be the most memorable comeback ever. But with the momentum that Orangutan has right now, I believe they're not going to allow any comeback, maybe 2-3 rounds here or there. But I don't believe that they will be able to show an entire comeback from here on. One little mistake and the map is gone. So this time they're going to make sure that कोई भी mistake ना हो, कोई भी गलती ना हो. 5 stack push mid की दे और देने की कोशिश. Frost Mind धीरे धीरे से देख रहे हैं. Karma B की side main में hold करेंगे. Deadly here. Also trying to get the best angle possible. दोनों ही साइड पे स्मोक है, बट अजीज जैसे इन्फो लगा, फुट साउंड आया है, पेंट शेल डाला गया, as well as they did send Trailblazer into the ropes.
Deadly gets away from leaving Tricky towards mid. They've left him as a pivoting role to give a little bit of a late look as B side being explored here. And look at the push from Orangutan. It's rightly timed, and they're able to find
just about enough that they wanted. All they wanted was information, and that Boombot confirms it. And both the controllers, if they had died there, it would have been a very big problem for OG. And the comeback towards the side was very important. A smoke, a flash, Frost Mind will still be taken down by a blinded Deadly, and he's got his teammates to cover up for all that is going on the other side. Tricky with knife out in his hands. Very premature there. He did not expect what should have been easily expected, honestly. And Sarafa will just be cleaned out bit by bit, player by player. RVK to finish it off as, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, a very easy first map for Orangutan.
They were very aggressive from the start until the end, and whatever they did, it was all calculative. It was all very smooth and subtle. It did not look like they had to function very hard, give a lot of attempts, give a lot of rotations, re-hitting any part. All they had to do was just make sure that everything went smooth. But we both have talked a lot, isn't it? Let's also ask about what do analysts as well as hosts think about this map of splits between Sarafa as well as Orangutan.
Thank you so much, Tanya. Of course, it's been quite an eventful match. Obviously, our analysts had a couple of words to say off the stream as well, but that's what happens when you're analyzing the match, and it turns out to be a lopsided affair. Bhavan, I want you to start because, of course, you did mention a couple of things. One was the spacing, the lack of map control, and the solo fights, especially the solo fights that you mentioned, the lack of trading. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, so I firstly a very disappointing map from Sarafa, to be honest. They had a lot of moments where they could have converted rounds. So one round I liked from them was the fourth round where they tried to punish the Omen at A main, right? They pushed him back. They almost got the kill as well. Unlucky that they didn't get that kill. But after that, instantly, right? Marzil fighting mid solo dies, and then there's another guy at B side, Amaterasu, who's left trapped, you know. Instead of that, if Marzil played with Tricky and both of them were playing B Heaven together, they could have stopped that rush from OG, right? OG just instantly reacted into B Heaven. And if they both played together, either at mid or at B Heaven, they could have easily gotten the trades and converted the round for Sarafa. Because when you're reacting so quickly, right, you sometimes tend to not check corners or, you know, not take into account that there can be three guys on the other side. But again, I felt that was something which was really weird. And even on some of the rounds where, you know, OG is trying to lurk in, Sarafa played into their hands. They're giving them shots. They are not fighting as a team. So that was something which I felt was really weird. Like, they gave OG all the space in the map and OG just played them like a book.
Read them like a book, read them like a book. Lekin Hewan, आपके पास में आना चाहूँगा. There's one thing that obviously we all noticed is, and we spoke about it as well, the composition factor of the team and the synergy of the team. That you did mention कि काफी ज़्यादा lack of comms कह सकते हैं जब नई टीम होती है, restricted है, and individual prowess के ऊपर खेलना पड़ता है. कई बार आपके players जाके individual plays बना रहे हैं and you're winning rounds on the back of that. क्या ये ज़्यादा हो रहा था? क्या यही दिक्कत थी सराफा के लिए इस मैच में?
I feel, yeah, as Bhavin said, बहुत सारी individual fights ले रहे थे लोग. I mean, understandable from a new team, but I think these players are very much experienced. So, you know, वो basic रहना चाहिए कि solo fights नहीं लेना है. And you can expect that from Tricky because firepower वो दिखाएगा, वो वैसा ठीक है. But I don't think they should continue doing that in the rest of the matches. Also, agents, when you make a new team, थोड़ा restricted रहता है agents list as compared to Orangutan. So you have to play to your individual thing. But again, it's Orangutan. Individual basis पे अगर आप खेलोगे तो I think they are gonna win individual fights. So it's better to play as a team, like take trades rather than playing on individual.
That's pretty interesting. Elranger.
Yeah.
ये जो पहला मैप पिक था ये ओरांगुटान का पिक था. Second map behind Sarafa has looked very solid on that map and it is obviously their pick as well. But before we talk about the map, numbers को भी discuss कर लेते हैं. RVK of course the MVP with the overall numbers in Deadly on the other side. But I don't think these numbers are going to mean a lot as long as अगर आप as a unit नहीं खेल पा रहे हो, अपने rounds execute नहीं कर पा रहे हो, if you're not able to execute your plans properly. But let's just move on to Bind. What do you think of this map and the way Sarafa has been playing Bind?
Yeah, I mean, Sarafa has a very particular style of playing mind ever since I've seen them play, right? So, agar un log, I mean, I'm sure OG must have caught on to it, so I expect Sarafa to make some changes. But whenever Sarafa is pressuring two parts of the same side, like for example, if they're pressuring B-Long and Hookah, it means they are 9 out of 10 times going to hit that side instantly. And if you see Sarafa, one guy towards Showers and one guy towards B-Long, they're not going to be hitting that side. So that's a very big tell which I feel Sarafa has. And also with the composition, right? I think we discussed about this a bit earlier, that Sarafa, from the last time which I remember, they were playing Raze and Sky as the solo initiator. But if that's the case, they only have the Sky Dog and the Boombot to take control. They'll have to take a lot of fights individually. But against OG's comp, they have like Fate, Sky, a lot of utility to push Sarafa back. So to gain that space again, it'll be really hard. And if OG is also using the operator against Sarafa, it'll again be really difficult for them to take that space back.
जी हाँ, and यहाँ पे I think Evan was just being chilling, checking his headphone क्या होगा. Man doesn't care. He's like चलेगा, मैच चलते रहेगा, हम लोग बातें भी करते रहेंगे, but पहले headphone fix करना है. Evan, I will come back to you. But ladies and gentlemen, right now it's time for a really short break. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back with map number 2 in a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the EMG Pro Series South Asia. मेरा नाम है मामा, alongside me is Hell Ranger and Hevan. Map number 1 खत्म हो चुका है. Second map की शुरुआत होने वाली है. पहला मैप स्प्लिट ओरंगुटान का पिक था, काफी डोमिनेंट अफेयर भी था वो. It's pretty lopsided. बहुत ज़्यादा गलतियां भी करी थी सराफा ने, which Hell Ranger obviously Hevan pointed out to. But second map bind है और second map सराफा का पिक भी है. Hevan, I want to start off with you. What do you think of this? And is there anything that could be a potential surprise for all of us?
Well, I think one thing is for sure कि ये इतना भी close नहीं रहेगा जितना split था. This is going to be close. इतना भी मतलब जैसे split one sided था वैसा नहीं होगा. तो as पिछले मैच में भी आप लोग ने देखा, पिछले बार जब ये लोग मिले थे बाइंड में 13-7 था, तो आई थिंक थोड़ा तो स्टडी किया ही रहेगा अनुज ने इस मैचअप के बारे में. थोड़े शायद चेंजेस देखने मिल जाए एजेंट फॉर्म्स में. एंड अंटिल टुडे राइट टू इज वाज इन वेरी गुड फॉर्म. बट अभी थोड़ा सा डाइसी लग रहा है, बट ठीक है, फर्स्ट मैप होता है वो हाथ गर्म करने वाला वैसा रहता है, तो आई थिंक राइट टू एस इज गोना लाइक शो इज व्हाई ही इज कॉल्ड राइट टू एस, सो यस.
Well, let's move on to the agent selection and see what agents and what composition both these teams want to play. El Danger will talk about that as well. But you did mention the sort of comp that Sarafa especially likes to play, and you did mention that Sky and Raze are the only two agents they have for creating a lot of space. And in con, Orangutan के पास तीन ऐसे agents हैं. You have Raze, which has the boom board. You have Sky, and you have Fade. So अगर आप surface level की बात करें तो Orangutan's draft obviously looks a lot stronger compared to Team Sarafa, or do you disagree?
No, so with the Viper also you can take space, but the problem is I don't think OG is going to give them that space. Like OG के players काफी aggressive है, so I think Sarafa needs to find a way where they pressure one part of the map, right? And with the Viper you will maybe try to take the other space, right? So it's where एक बहुत obvious चीज होती है कि let's say I'm fighting for B or hookah or B long. And if the opposition team is contesting a lot, more than likely the other two guys at A will be split up watching showers and hookah. So at that time, like after Sarafa pressures one part of the map, they can leave 2 or 3 guys to come back and lurk into shot or try to take the space at shot or showers, either ways, right? But they'll have to do a lot more of that rather than just, relying on taking one space and hitting that site again, because that is something they tried to do on split as well, but that didn't really work out for them. So I think Sarafa needs to be a bit more creative when it comes to how you can play the round. They are trying to play fundamentally right or take space and like hit that side, but it does not work out against a team like OG, whose every player tries to take the fight individually even when they don't have the util to do that, and Sarafa is currently getting punished by them.
Oh, absolutely, Hewan, ये बहुत valid point है.
Yeah.
With the composition as well. जब खेल रही होगी Sarafa, obviously you have the Viper wall going on to short divide करके आप short creep up कर सकते हैं धीरे-धीरे. But you absolutely need shower control as well to create that pressure. But Orangutan, अगर आपको B long पे जगह मिलेगी, B long ले लेंगे, hookah के बाद space मिलेंगे, hookah के बाद space ले लेंगे. How do you counter a team like that? How do you play against them?
पहले तो ये जानना पड़ेगा कि वो लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, लाइक व्हाट देयर डिफॉल्ट इज. अगर जो वो लोग डिफॉल्ट पे खेल रहे हैं तो आई थिंक दे शुड ट्राई टू ब्रेक दैट डिफॉल्ट. वंस यू ब्रेक देयर डिफॉल्ट ना, देन द ऑपोजिट टीम सोचने पे मजबूर हो जाती है कि यार अब क्या कर सकते हैं, लोग को हम लोग का डिफॉल्ट एंड दे आर ब्रेकिंग आवर डिफॉल्ट. देन दे विल ट्राई टू डू व्हाट दे हैड प्लान, लाइक स्ट्रेटजी जो भी वो लोग एग्जीक्यूट करना चाहते हैं वो लोग करना चालू कर देंगे. तो आई थिंक टू काउंटर दिस दे हैव टू ब्रेक दैट डिफॉल्ट फर्स्ट. और जो भी समझ लो जैसे मार्जिल लर्क कर रहा है तो मार्जिल को कैसे हम लोग शट डाउन कर सकते हैं, या इसमें आरवी के लर्क कर रहा है तो आरवी के कैसे वो शट डाउन कर सकते हैं. सो आई थिंक यू हैव टू कट दैट वन पार्ट ऑफ द ओपोनेंट टीम.
Absolutely, but there's one more point before you quickly jump into the match. Bhavin, I just want a quick reaction on how Sarafa has been playing. आपने mention किया था कि obviously they've not been trading well, spacing इतनी ज़्यादा बढ़िया थी नहीं, and against a team like Orangutan, you absolutely want to make sure that you're taking fights so mathematically at least in terms of winning percentages आपके favor में हो. How do you approach this on bind?
I feel Sarafa they दो चीज करनी है. First, they need to bring out the operator, because against a team like OG, that is something that will work out really well. And second, don't be afraid to leave sites on retake if it means you can fight together on another space. So split पे आप देख रहे थे, they are trying to hold on ropes, they are trying to hold on B heaven, they are trying to hold on B main. मत करो उतना. Rather keep 3 guys towards mid and leave B retake, right? So that you can kill the lurker on mid. So I think that will be very crucial. Fighting together and fighting for one space or 2 spaces instead of fighting everywhere.
Well, round यहाँ पे चालू हो चुका, but Hewan, thank you so much for joining with us. It was an absolute pleasure hosting you, and hopefully we get to see you around, Hewan. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mama, and thank you EMG for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we do have our casters waiting for us. So, ladies and gentlemen, take it away.
Thank you, Mamba. And with the start of this round, we might be a little delayed, but RVK is still on point with his skills from the previous game as well. He's taken out the first pick, and that is a big loss for Sarafa. But look at where Raw Fuel is. Oh boy, that's a big flank. And because the Chamber has left this round, there's going to be no utility to stop him from coming on the flank as well. But it looks like they don't need the flank because Aziz, all by his lonesome,
अकेले खड़े होके उन्होंने सारी टीम को यहाँ पे निकाल दिया. Okay, I wish we could see Aziz's POV, but I'm not quite sure how Sarafa's entire team just laid waste to falling to just one man there.
They kept on walking in, and Aziz kept on shooting them, and this is how it went, like 4v1. RBK good one pick on the showers, or uske baad you clearly saw कि we did get to witness the POV on the side of Sarafa, but Aziz was literally trying to get everything very smooth, and for now he's holding a Marshall. लेकिन अगर आप split की बात करें, 3:2 का ratio चल रहा है, 2 ही players A पर हैं, B पर 3 players जा रहे हैं हुक्का control लेने के लिए, लेकिन Marshall, that was a good start coming in, a good sheriff head connection, but Aziz is trying to take him down. No, he won't be able to shut Doodley for now.
He's going for another, but he will be punished. थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे लालच की बाहों में आ गए, and he will be losing his life. Antidote spots one. He heard multiple there, so he knows that this B long side is going to be comfort for Team Sarafa as they've taken control here. For the moment, nothing else though. They've got no information. They just know there's one player, Deadly. वो खुद अपने एक मिशन पे ए साइड की तरफ यहाँ पे शायद थोड़ा सा फेक करने की कोशिश में, but Orangutan definitely they're not going to be sold on this. Sarafa are just trying to pick out sticks at this point, but they've got nothing to try and catch them with. No hands for the moment because they've got practically no utility to execute this side. Deadly, he's got his alter ego right in front of him, almost gets caught out. Teleports away on the right time, and that's going to be the cue for the rest of the team to jump in. Tricky's found Antidote, and इसी के साथ Sarafa को एक बहुत बेहतरीन opening यहाँ पे मिल गया thanks to Deadly's distraction. But Raw Fuel, he has no distractions at all when it comes to this game because he's found 3 for himself. Even though Antarasus brought it down to a 1v1, he might have found the entry, he might have found the kill as well, but he will be forced to go for the plant as the movement of Aziz allows for Orangutan to gain a second round.
Well, it was a very good start, and ultimately RBK was able to get 3 frags, but then as soon as the table started turning, I don't know how he went down with the ghost, but he was also low on HP due to that paint shell. लेकिन ये शुरुआत मार्शल की साइड से, and Raw Fuel जिस तरीके से हुक्का कंट्रोल किया, 2 frags with the Spectre, 1 with the Headhunter, ज़्यादा देर तक चलाने because Karma also hopped in with some very good action. और अभी के लिए 2 rounds pistol and post pistol आ चुका है Orangutan के हाथ में, just like it happened in the map of Split. Sarafa will go for full buy. Let's see if it goes the same way या फिर bind का map है, score line change होती है, how everything functions, क्योंकि देखो agent composition में भी काफी ज़्यादा change है इधर.
जी हाँ, there is a bit of a thing though. OG are going for bonus over here. They did lose 4 players. 4 players उन्होंने गवा दिए थे पिछले राउंड में. So I genuinely thought कि they might go for the full buy to try to compete Sarafa head on because of course Sarafa will also be playing with practically half armor across multiple of their players. But Orangutan are confident in their weaker weaponry by it seems. Raw Fuel का पहला contact यहाँ पे instantly teleports away. He's got a bit of utility to support him back, but Tricky gets away as he's got no damage dealt to his body. On the other end of the map, we've got Karma probably hoping for a peek from Antidote as for the moment OG have tried to stack up a little towards B. Raw Fuel's made his movement over here. And Antidote seems to be prepared. A good flash for information. He knows that there's players there. And with that, slowly, probably Orangutan are going to try to build up for Raw Fuel's ultimate as well as money for his operator because he's going to be the most effective with that. Right to his finds the first kill and Raw Fuel's lost his life pretty early on over here. Crosspoint with the trade. He plays inside. Another will be traded off once again. RVK to try and come up with a little bit of magic, but not going to be happening. Sarafa अपना पहला राउंड जीते हैं यहाँ पे, लेकिन Orangutan का ये जो बोनस बाय था वो उनको इकोनॉमिकली काफी मदद करेगा क्योंकि अब वो फिर भी फुल बाय कर सकते हैं और वो जो ऑपरेटर की बात की थी हमने वो आ चुका है और ऑफिल के हाथों में. लेकिन Hell Ranger as well had mentioned something that Team Sarafa need their operator to start working. They need one of their players, especially, I'm not going to say especially, it is going to be Deadly who's going to be wielding that operator. He needs to work that operator to the best of his abilities on the defense. But for now, it is going to be Raw Fuel that they need to worry about, who at the moment is going to be out towards B. So he's got no contact at the moment, but Showers is going to be a point of attraction. RVK throws out that Prowler, gets information, and is going to back away instantly. They're Gonna try to double up this peak, but there's gonna be no info. And with that deadly, a good swing and a double swing from them again. But RVK, he lines them up. And उसी के साथ टीम सराफा का जो मैन एडवांटेज था instantly छिन जाता है उनके हाथों से.
आरवीके का शावर कंट्रोल बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग है. फर्स्ट राउंड से लेके अभी तक जिस तरीके से इज एबल टू एंटायरली गेट द कंट्रोल देयर, फ्रैग्स देयर, राइट टू एस होल्ड करके बैठे हैं. 3v4 नंबर्स डिसएडवांटेज हो गया है, लेकिन 3v4 इज वेरी वेरी डूएबल. वाइपर टॉक्सिक स्क्रीन इज अप एंड मार्शल विल रिड्यूस इट टू अ इक्वलाइजर. U-hauls में धीरे धीरे फ्रॉस्ट जाते हुए. This could be risky, and yes, it was very very risky. Marzel is put to sleep. Tricky will not allow the plant to go immediately. It's a play of patience, and also Trailblazer will be sent to get the information.
With a Bucky, but he's got a good position actually to use it. He's very close to both the players, but he gets away because he knows that Rafuel's coming in the backstab, so he holds on for his pressure. As Rafuel makes it a 1v2, right to ace needs to become the man of the hour, right to clutch. He's hoping for a peak from Antidote. He doesn't know what weapon he's got, and that's exactly why he's gonna hope that he finds his first fight against Antidote. But he's picked up a weapon, and look at right to his positioning. He's ready for this. No, he is not. Rafuel's ready for it though, and इसी के साथ आता हुआ Orangutan का तीसरा राउंड यहाँ पे थोड़ी सी यहाँ पे मुश्किलें जरूर आई टीम सराफा की तरफ से because they did not have information about Antidote's whereabouts. So forgive me, Rafuel's whereabouts. He came on that big long flank and he was able to find a very good frag. With that, ladies and gentlemen, Orangutan was a third and looking to lead this map yet again very early on.
Absolutely. And to be honest, Rafuel was holding an operator without any shield, and literally he was ready to go for a close call duel against a phantom without shield, and he owned it. He was able to read the last man standing very well, and it was a bonus round, but very well executed, very well played. And RVK getting the shower control, which is amazing as well. This time it is going to be operator which is going to take care of the showers as well as the site. They are very committed to Site A, and there's only one player taking care of Site A. As soon as I say that, rotations are already happening.
Yeah, it's a bit of a standstill, but look at Antidote. Antidote once again in such a sneaky position. He's gonna get a free kill here. Yo, Marzel, my dude. He missed that. He whiffed that way too hard, and he's gonna pay the price for it. And just immediately as he loses his life, the rest of Sarafa have plundered into the A side. Smokes हर जगह डाल चुके हैं, लेकिन Rafuel अभी भी जिंदा. He's having an eye out towards U-Haul, but wow, deadly. He finds the right timing on him. Tricky. Bucky in his hands. He can't take any long range fights, and the long range fight is given to him. He gets a little greedy over there, and Frostmine takes him out. Two ultimates dogged by both the Brimstones here, but to no avail. Just to clear out angles, nothing more over here. Aziz will get taken down, but Frostmine's there to cover him up. There's one more to go. Karma, one last man standing. Will he get it? No, he won't. RVK shuts him down with the first swing that he does. And ladies and gentlemen, Orangutan with another very good retake.
They're leaving the site, and then they're very sure about their aim duels, and they're winning it one player by one player, step by step, and they are right now 4-1. It was a semi-buy round, and this miss from Marzel costed them a lot. Antidote on the lurk, investment of the orbital strike, immediate trade also happened, but at the end of the day will not get counted because round gone. The trades, darts, nothing will be counted. For now, Rafuel will continue to hold an operator. One round without any shield, next round with half shield, and now it's about with full armor. Let's see how damaging will it be proven.
Sarafa looking for a little bit of action on B, but look at this. Orangutan are going to be delivering their own piece of action over here. Aziz with that first kill, but he gets traded off instantly with that showstopper. Very, very quick on the trigger there, Tricky. As he finds himself the advantage being slipped away, he instantly grabs it right back and makes it equal for his team. Two big ultimates still available though. RVK's got a big one, and he gets peeked out for practically nothing. No utility at all for Deadly. He goes on the lurk, although he should have been expected there. It's a little bit of a mistake again. Sarafa giving away control for practically nothing here, as Orangutan very easily finding themselves in the driver's seat. काफी आसानी से उनको यहाँ पे पिक्स मिल रही है. RVK के पास एक अपना अल्टीमेट भी मौजूद है जो वो push आते ही instantly drop down कर देंगे, and he's gonna make all the players of Sarafa deafened up for just being killed. Two ultimates could be committed, one being thrown out here, the Seekers to clear out the angles and get a little information, but nobody's following on back of it. Tricky finally running in, but he's a little too late over here. Antidote's ready for everything as he finds all three by himself. Didn't even need the ultimate from RVK here, but it was committed for good measure. 5-1 तानिया, यहाँ पे सराफा की चांस हर बार अटैक में उनको यहाँ पे इंस्टेंटली शट डाउन कर दिया जा रहा है.
बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग अप्रोच रखा हुआ है जिस तरीके से एंटीडोट ने विदाउट एनी मच ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन विद नाइटफॉल, बट यस द प्लेयर्स वर deafened, the players were affected, and with which antidote took all the advantage possible. और एक अच्छा स्कोर स्ट्रीक क्रिएट करती हुई ओरंगुटान नजर आ रही है. मुझे लग रहा है अगर इसी तरीके से खेलते रहे तो वही स्कोर लाइन जो पिछले स्प्लिट के मैप में थी वही देखने को मिल सकती है. अभी के पिछले मैप में it was hookah control, this time again it's a shower control. Tricky जा रहे हैं आगे. दो प्लेयर्स 1v2 सिचुएशन होगा, ओनली विद द शेरिफ पॉसिबल नहीं होगा. इट वाज फाइट ऑफ द रेज, सुपीरियर वेपनरी था अजीज के पास. 4v5 हो चुका है, टूर डी फोर्स एक्टिवेट हो चुका है. लेट्स सी इफ दैट इज गोइंग टू ब्रिंग एनी चेंज और नो.
अगेन सराफा फिर से बिना किसी यूटिलिटी की यूजेज के ये पीक्स लेना बहुत ही ज्यादा हानिकारक है. We've seen it time and time again. Aziz now pushing in, the confidence of Orangutan is constantly rising with every single passing round. Marzil's trying to make up for a little bit of lost ground here, but he's losing teammates all around him. Every single teammate of his has been put to the grave, and so will he. 6-1, ladies and gentlemen. Orangutan seem to be running away with this game and probably this series as well.
Missing this tour de force was very sad. But anyway, the round again did not end up as it should have been, and now the scoreline is 6-1. I believe if we talk about the map of split for a while, Sarafa were able to accumulate at least 1 to 9 round in the mid. It's only one full buy round that Sarafa owned it entirely. After that, they are just shaking. Even after usages of ultimate, nothing is working against Team OG. For now, Prowlers will be sent to get the information as well as the guiding light. B-long, well, operator is held on B-long and jump peak. So no damage as of now. It's a play of patience again.
Sarafa yet again going for their split approach, but a little bit of concentration towards that hookah region as they clear out with the boom bot. But Antidote's right on the other end of it. He's got a bit of control, blinded off at the right time. Smoke for good measure there as Antidote still keen on taking a fight. Nah, he's going to be backing away from it. But Sarafa, they themselves are actually gone elsewhere. Look at Marzil. Marzil ki positioning, he's very much ahead of where his opponents would expect him to be. They haven't cleared out you all just yet, and I think RVK is a little itchy about it, and he's going to go for it. Marzil, a little too close for comfort, and he finds the right timing. Aziz will get the entry onto Tricky, but he will not be able to stop Karma from shutting him down. With that, it is the first time in 8 rounds actually, that we've seen Team Sarafa take control, ladies and gentlemen, as they will find themselves now in a 4v2. In Orangutan, they've got money, so they can try for this retake. But at the most, I believe they can only get a couple of exit frags here, nothing else.
They can still go for... eco is fairly good. They can push in, but they want to make sure that whatever they have done should be safe, sound. And here we go with the push. Marzil as well is again not ready to lose the duels, and operator will be saved by Rafuel, not even looking forward for any exits furthermore. And 6-2, finally a round after various rounds coming in from the side of Orangutan. Let's hope that Team Sarafa builds up this momentum even more firmly and strongly. अगर अभी नहीं करेंगे तो काफी ज्यादा दिक्कत बढ़ेगा बाद में कवर करने में.
Absolutely. Timeout from OG. Okay, a very would say impulsive timeout यहाँ पे लिया गया है उनके analyst की तरफ से, and I think कि this is to stop whatever happened. The mistake that happened was that they allowed Marzil to crawl into that space without any sort of reconnaissance. And speaking about reconnaissance, ladies and gentlemen, this is your time to keep an eye out. And if you are watching right now, that is the giveaway code D426. take it up, note it down, and put it on to the giveaway in Gleam, and you will be able to redeem yourself a couple of points to find yourself in the running for that $2,000 PC giveaway that you will be able to win if you're lucky enough. But coming back to the game, ladies and gentlemen, of course, Orangutan did lose the previous round. लेकिन तानिया एक प्रॉब्लम जो थी Orangutan की वो थी कि वो कभी कभार थोड़ा सा एक ऐसा सिचुएशन में आ जाते हैं जहां पे वो अपने एंगल्स को छोड़ देते हैं. Like we just saw, right? Marcel crawled into it. Do you think if they keep doing that, Orangutan might be losing a few more rounds here, or will Orangutan actually hold on to, you know, what mistake was there? Will they correct the mistake that was just made?
No, I believe if they are able to do it again and again, time and time again, they can still win several rounds henceforth. But if they are just going W keying and bearing all the casualties, reducing the numbers, then winning against them is going to be a problem. They rotated, they switched the sides. I believe that is how they got to play mind tricks alongside the guns and the utils. For now, Raw Fuel aiming very strongly, very firmly. They're trying to take care of A main. Toxic screen, Trailblazer, utils डाला गया है.
Aziz,
Doodly ने entry ले लिया, angle नहीं check किया. Aziz is being very good over here.
wait, what?
He
Wait,
is playing
one
the
second.
best trigger,
Okay.
discipline, and here we go with the showstopper. Will he be able to get third? No. No. He is trying to be calm. Spike control, मिल चुका है, so I don't think Aziz need to go furthermore.
Aziz, I do not have any clue in the world how he's able to survive that RPK now with the operator, and he finds the last two anyway. What the hell was that, Sarafa? He fired a bullet. He fired a bullet straight to the face of Deadly. It missed him, but nobody reacted. Look at this. Look at this. He fired a bullet right before that. He fired a bullet straight to their faces, and still nobody suspect. I don't know what happened. Did they not hear it? Were there too many comms going on at that time? But clearly there was a big issue there. And Aziz he could have gotten a lot more, honestly, but he himself also kind of whiffed the first shot. And I'm pretty sure वो खुद अभी surprised होंगे कि मैं बच कैसे गया वहाँ पे.
I don't know. Sometimes luck favors, sometimes maybe he was trying to go for a trigger discipline as well. क्योंकि जैसे उनको पता चल गया he is not being counted, he is not being spotted. Why not just go with the flow and get as many kills as possible? Round gone from the hands of Sarafa. Setup अच्छा था. Marcel का ये angle इस बार props नहीं लेने देंगे. He has done it once. You cannot be bitten by the same snake twice. This is the calling, and I believe this time Frost took very well care of it. 2 versus 4, and I believe round is all gone. Though they have the spike control, but with right to ace is very low HP, there's not much more that they can play.
Yeah, this is going to be very anticlimactic for Sarafa. This is their map, of course. उन्होंने ये map चुना था, लेकिन पहले ही round से ये map उनके हाथों से फिसल के जा चुका है OG के हाथों में. And I believe that with every single round that OG keep winning, this series is just further ending towards a 3-0. Deadly, he will be able to find one glimmer of hope. Taking out Raw Fuel makes it a little bit easier. 3v2 now. He's got space to work with. There is a rotational gap right now with RVK coming up towards Heaven, and Deadly can find that kill, honestly, but he's worried about too many angles, and the time is not his friend at the moment. Frostmine just going to be waiting for that plant sound to come in, but Deadly seems to be ready for him anyway. Time not going to be enough. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. Antidote's going to be finding him on the flank as Orangutan put up an 8 with scrappy 8. Deadly did try his level best, लेकिन उनको कोई सपोर्ट नहीं मिलने वाला था क्योंकि राइट टू एस जो है वो बहुत ही ज्यादा लो थे. That, ladies and gentlemen, this is a landslide victory looking likely to come yet again, unless Team Sarafa can turn it around in the next 2 rounds and on their defense.
If we talk about defense, let's hope they're able to accumulate a little more round. For now, it's going to be round of pistols or maybe sheriffs and 1 vandal. Aziz trying to push out of hookah. No, he's trying to be safe as possible. Deadly as well. He's trying to get the angle, but there's no information except for this guiding light either sides, got the information exchange, the number of players, and now peaking against Vandals with the Sheriff is not going to be very easy. But Aziz is going to make everything very easy for himself and his team. Grenade will push away the players a little away from side. हुक्का कंट्रोल मिल चुका है, साइड कंट्रोल लेना अभी भी बाकी है.
Well, Orangutan's utility is going to be holding them off for the moment, but Sarafa have got practically no information whatsoever. A dry peek for Mazil, but Aziz gets the better of him. And now Sarafa, they've got practically nothing to work with. They've got no utility, and all of the utility that they used till now amounted to practically nothing. Not one person on the side of Orangutan has been damaged. Now finally they will get their first pick. Antidote gives out a little bit of a cheeky peek outside of his position, and he will lose his life. Aziz will get 3 of his own. Frostmine to add on to that tally, as right away is left all alone. He's got his Seekers, but he's got no point of using them because his life is going to be stolen away. 9-2, ladies and gentlemen. Orangutan are just steamrolling through Team Sarafa right now.
They are going unstoppable, especially this man Aziz. He's not wanting to stop. He's not willing to stop. And why would he? Winning as many flawless and maybe being the match MVP. That is all. And that too during the grand finals. This is exactly what he's trying to look forward for. And Team Sarafa this time with full buy. Let's hope they're able to bring in some positive change. It's going to be Shower's entry. RVK is not here. So Shower's entry should be easier, except for Raw Fuel again with Tour de Force. It's not going to be any easier. No. Entry from the Showers is going to be denied. No matter what.
Oh man, Raw Fuel. The timing that he found, the timing उन्होंने पकड़ी Flash के, pop होते ही उन्होंने peak पकड़ा, and he found the perfect timing onto Tricky jumping in. Now he's hoping for more. He knows that somebody might have crossed by him, and that Boombot is going to confirm that for him. Kama right there, gonna find a kill. Nah, he will not. Raw Fuel's just feeling himself right now. He gets spammed away to his death, but it's still Team Sarafa in the absolute trenches of this match. Antidote yet again on his flank, and Deadly, he's got his trademark to cover up for that angle, lekin फिर भी ये फ्लैंक को यहाँ पे रेक्टिफाई करना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. Antidote, he's heard it. He's gonna go for the first, and he will be getting the first. The final man standing is gonna be burnt alive, almost half to death. Knife out for Frostmine. A little bit out of position, but Aziz is not gonna be any more complacent. 10-2, ladies and gentlemen. My God, Tanya. I mean, I'm pretty sure ये हेवान ने भी कहा था कि ये मैप नहीं होने वाला है just as dominating as the previous one, लेकिन ये कुछ और ही ज़्यादा dominating हो गया है from the previous one.
What do you think about the upcoming defense? As you were talking about defense निकलेगा या नहीं? Do you think there are any rounds happening, or it's going to be flawless victory henceforth? It's going to be 13-2 or something like that coming in from side of Orangutan.
I think it should be. I mean, I wouldn't say 13-2. Maybe I think Sarafa, if they're able to clutch out this pistol, 13-5 maybe again would be the possibility of the scoreline. लेकिन Orangutan का जो confidence अभी हमें दिख रहा है वो कुछ ज़्यादा ही ऊपर जा चुका है, and they're feeling themselves quite well. So they're going to be able to take any fights head on, and we've seen that. They've won almost 70% of all their aim duels, which have been practically dry picks. Mazil, yet again, he's hoping for information with this jiggle, and he knows that there's multiple people here, and that utility coming in is going to be confirming it. He takes a little bit of chip damage, goes on to 77, and Tricky, again, all alone. He's got no support whatsoever. अकेले ही कूद गए एक बूमबॉट के साथ बस. He's got no idea how many players are on the other end of that teleport, but he still goes for it. Very, very risky, very, very bold, and it does not pay off even one bit for his team. Damage, yes, sure. He's given a little bit of damage to 2 players, but it's nothing that can't be healed up. I'm pretty sure Antidote's got a heal on him. I'm not quite sure. 1 kill for Mazil. Right away trades up. Okay, a little bit of hope here for Sarafa. Right away, still keen. He knows he needs to be the consistent man here for his team. And the teleport from Deadly as well confirms a little bit of that plant onto the B side, because they know that they've got a little bit of control on that B side. Third player for the moment is going to be coming also through the teleporter as Raw Fuel, holding a very, very passive angle. And I think he might just find the advantage with this.
They are not checking this angle, and this is exactly what Rockfuel wants as well. Going in, और नाइफ हो सकता है, जी नहीं, डिस्टेंस काफी ज्यादा है और पीछे चेक नहीं किया जा रहा. आई थिंक पिस्टल राउंड इक्वलाइज जरूर किया गया था, लेकिन यहाँ से राउंड निकालना पॉसिबल नहीं होगा. रॉफ्यूल और एंटीडोट ने एक पिक लिया है. कर्मा डेफिनेटली टेक्स डाउन फ्रॉस्ट, रिड्यूसिंग इट टू 1v2, लेकिन इससे ज्यादा क्लोज हो रहा है, बट टाइम नहीं है. टाइम नहीं है.
उनको स्पाइक भी नहीं दिखा था, and even though he got the final kill, he had no idea that the spike was backside. Oh man, Amaterasu really well tried, but unfortunately the grass was greener on the other side, or should I say the sand was browner, because of course we are on mine, there's no greenery here, it's only brown sand. Yeah, it's only the desert here. And I think right now it's Orangutan who, you know, जिनको कोई भी आपत्ति नहीं आ रही इस deserted map पे, वो सारा अपना जो you know tool kit है वो लेके आए हैं इस map को जीतने के लिए. They've got everything ready. I mean, to be very honest, Tanya, it's been basic aim duel wins, to be honest. As far as I can see, Sarafa have just not been able to win their duels against these aimers of Orangutan, and they've been giving them advantages, even though it's been kind of unintentional, but those are mistakes that they've committed. And usi ke badaulat, they've been losing out on all this. For now, 1-for-1 trade, which has been tried from Tricky, forgive me, Deadly to turn around. Okay, he gets the one, but not the other. The A side opened up, open for plant, open for business, as the flank also has been taken care of. Frostmine's going to be able to clear this out, I'm pretty sure. 12-2 आराम से हो जाना चाहिए. यहाँ पे कोई तकलीफें नहीं होंगी ओरंगुटन को, लेकिन तकलीफें बढ़ जरूर गई हैं बहुत ज्यादा टीम सराफा के लिए, क्योंकि तीसरा मैप आने वाला है और वो ऑलरेडी 2 मैप नीचे जाने वाले हैं बहुत जल्द.
1v3 शिफ्ट हो गया. लाइव करने की कोशिश राइट टू एक्स वाला नहीं कर रहे हैं. 1v1 प्राउलर डाला गया, डिस्ट्रॉय भी कर दिया. फ्लैश डाल के हो सकता है he'll go for a pick definitely, he wouldn't want to miss, but आरवी के वो भी अलाउ नहीं करेंगे, वो भी अलाउ नहीं करेंगे. And it's a full buy round for team Sarafa. They were able to win a full buy round once. Let's hope the score at least goes in 12-3 rather 13-2. Few extra rounds for team Sarafa, but जिस momentum के साथ OG आगे बढ़ रही है, मुझे नहीं लग रहा है that now it's all about W gaming. Even after post plant, they're not looking forward for any strategy, they're not looking forward holding to the site after plant. All they're doing is बस अब खत्म करो, diminish the opponents, let's finish this map as early as possible.
Yeah, that's kind of been it. They've just been, you know, running this down. They've got absolutely no remorse for their opponent right now. उनको कोई भी ऐसी, you know, feelings नहीं है कि अरे okay, you know what, let's play a little easy. Nah, there's just no mercy here. For the moment, though, look at Deadly's positioning. वो काफी deep तक आ चुके हैं यहाँ पे, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to be expected. And that's a spike drop as well, but he's been instantly traded off. Did not expect कि Antidote long की तरफ वहाँ पे तैनात होंगे. And although for the moment Orangutan have been slightly warned about this positioning, and they're very careful about where they're approaching, the entire B side right now is available to their use for planting. They're going to be running straight in. They've cleared out almost half the side. They've got no early contact, they know that. Hookah को भी clear किया जाएगा अभी कुछ ही second में, and they will be finding an empty B side. But can Sarafa retake this? That's the bigger question. There's a lot of times where Hellranger had mentioned as well, लेकिन अगर Rawfuel ऐसे smoke के through उनको पूरी तरह निकाल देंगे, he's just going to be spamming through smokes and finding these kills. There's going to be practically no point to whatever Sarafa do, because Orangutan are just straight up demolishing them with their aim, and it seems very likely that this is going to end 13-2, Tanya.
Yeah, it definitely looks like so. They don't have enough time. Clock is ticking on the favor of Team Orangutan, and as soon as we talk about it, it's 1v2. Elbow में एक player है, main पे एक player है. हो सकता है एक आध pick जरूर मिल जाए, लेकिन वो भी नहीं मिलेगा. Frost is going to make sure that he doesn't get taken down. 13-2. ये match कब शुरू हुआ, कब खत्म हुआ? It was one of the quickest match by far.
Absolutely, it definitely was. I mean, a lot quicker than the previous map as well. इतनी ज़्यादा force के साथ जो Orangutan ने ये match जीता है, you know, it's only, you know, a statement to say that they're waiting to just finish this off 3-0. They've got absolutely. It seems like they're not, you know, able to hold up at all. Sarafa के पास कोई यहाँ पे option ही नहीं मिल रहा है, क्योंकि either they're, you know, dry picking their opponents, or they're just not able to find the picks. There's being no utility followed up. But I
can rant about it all the way along. I want to know what Hellranger thinks about this and what Mama thinks about this. Guys, I want to know, do you think that Sarafa are done with this match?
Hellranger do the honors.
Yeah, I mean, agar first game disappointing tha, so this was even more bad. Like, they did exactly what I said they'd do, right? Either they pressure both parts of the map and, hit that site where OG is already ready. And usme obviously OG had a lot of stopping power, a lot of counter utility. It just is not going to work out that way. If you look at the only round they've won and they played well and they did what I wanted them to do as well, right? They pressured hookah and Marzil sneaked in into A shot because of that hookah pressure. And after that, they hit the A side back again, where they found only 2 players, right? So, वही एक successful round था, if you see, out of all the rounds. Apart from that, they were just doing what I think OG or anyone expected them to do, right? With the lack of space-taking agents, they had to walk contact spaces. उसमें भी उन लोग solo duels ले रहे थे काफी time. You can see it from this round itself, right? So, it was really bad. I don't know. It wasn't good Valorant from Sarafa's end, and I expected a lot better.
I think if I ask you the right questions, we could go on a 10-minute monologue on what all went wrong. But I definitely heard you express a lot of frustration on the way they were playing. क्योंकि खास तौर पे जो आप मैप कंट्रोल की बात कर रहे थे, मैच के पहले भी, स्प्लिट के एंड में भी, कि if you show good amount of map presence, आप सामने वाली टीम को एक कारण दे रहे हो कि ज़्यादा रोटेट ना करे. You're setting your team up on the other side of the map for them to have a better chance of winning that fight. वो चीज़ें देखने नहीं मिल रही थी. Not just that, like individual mistakes as well. कई बार, for example, this round, right?
Yeah.
How do you explain this round? How do you excuse this round?
No, I can't. Like, as an IGL, I've been in similar positions before where, people get tunnel vision. So, क्या करते हैं, dog उसने तोड़ा, then they don't clear the close angle. And to be honest, this is an inexcusable mistake at this level, most of the time rather than not, right? And especially at such a common angle, especially when कोई भी जन इतना instantly dog तोड़ता है, the first thing we used to call was, okay, there's someone close, guys, scared. He is breaking the dog for someone else. It is very obvious. And I don't understand why they didn't check that angle. But even after that, right, Aziz fired a few bullets and still no one is checking him. So, that to me was really funny. I don't know. It's even if you look at the last 2 rounds of the half, they just, in the 11th round, they split B, 3-2 hookah B long, and in the 12th round, 2 A shot, 3 showers, and OG was pretty much ready for it and, read them like a book.
Let them like a book and put them in their place. ऐसा लग रहा है, I mean, 410 का ACS in a professional match almost feels like a pug. Aziz काफ़ी अच्छा खेले. There were rounds where players stepped up. I do believe एक round RV के हुक्का से TP करके, sorry, A shot से TP किया उन्होंने हुक्का की तरफ, and इकलौते player जाके 2 kills निकाल लिए थे, and इतना ज़्यादा damage दिया था. तब भी आपने बोला था कि इकलौता player जाके इतना ज़्यादा damage कैसे दे रहा है सामने वाली टीम को. But I think numbers तो यहाँ पे आप compare भी नहीं कर सकते. The game was very lopsided. But Universe ने सवाल पूछा था कि क्या लगता है आपको कि do you think this match is done for over here?
I think if Sarafa keeps playing the same way, it's not even a contest, to be honest. It feels like teams of 2 different calibers are playing the way right now Sarafa is playing. But I know that is not true, and that is why I'm really disappointed. But yeah, अगर ऐसे ही चलता रहा, so it's going to be a very quick 3-0.
And let's talk about Orangutan for a second, right? Because of course we've spoken about the sort of mistakes that Sarafa has been making. लेकिन Orangutan की भी तारीफ करनी पड़ेगी यहाँ पे, because even though they were winning all these rounds, गलतियाँ बहुत ज़्यादा कम करी उन्होंने. B-long aggression देखा था Fade के साथ, जब information मिली, double peak करे थे हमेशा. They were making sure spacing बहुत ज़्यादा tight है. So what do you think of Orangutan, the way they played?
I think Orangutan, to be honest, was playing more disciplined than Sarafa, something which I found was surprising, to say the least. Right? So, really good job on Orangutan's part. Beat the individual players. Say Rafael, we saw in the 11th round, right? Rafael was expecting that satchel peak in the last round of the first half. So, really good individual play, really good team play as well overall. obviously. But if they played a much better team, then it becomes a different game, and I'd like to see that happen.
Absolutely, but फिलहाल वक्त एक छोटे से break का, ladies and gentlemen. Do not get away. We're done with 2 maps, but we still have potentially one more or many more. But we will see about that. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back after the short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the EMG Pro Series South Asia. I am Mamba. Alongside me is Hellranger, who looks happy on the surface, but trust me, he's dead on the inside because of what he's been witnessing. And of course, he knows that teams are capable, especially Sarafa is capable of a lot more than what they've been doing so far. Pehla map to हारे थे, Bind में तो it didn't even look like a contest, and Bind was Sarafa's pick. अगला map होने वाला Ascent, if I'm not mistaken, which is also Orangutan का pick. And it's not going to be easy. It is absolutely not going to be easy. दो मैप में 7 राउंड जीते हैं सिर्फ. What do you expect in Ascent?
I don't think it's going to be much different, to be honest. Like 13-8 maybe. I think Sarafa will pick up a few rounds, but I'm not expecting a lot because Ascent is. I'm not sure how much Sarafa plays Ascent or they play it a lot, but yeah.
I think Bhavin, we have to put something at stake over here. चलो. अगर 13-8 के 13-8 यार मेरे को भी थोड़ा तकलीफ हो जाएगा. अगर चलो 13-8 के ऊपर गया तो you will have to stream with cat ears.
Cat ears, okay.
हाँ बराबर.
Next time करूँगा चल.
Done है. अगर 13-8 के ऊपर गया तो cat ears के साथ भाविन स्ट्रीम करें. But let's move on to the agent pick and see क्या कौन से agents खेल रहे हैं यहाँ पे. And I'm still reminded of Raw Fuel once playing Jet on the first LAN that happened in India after the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
And जिस तरीके का प्रदर्शन उन्होंने दिखाया था, it's etched in my memory, and that's also the same event that you won, Bhavin, which is also a beautiful memory. But इधर सोवा खेलने वाले हैं. Aziz obviously is going to be on Jet, and comp की बात करें, it's more or less, it's actually a mirror comp, no?
Yeah, it's a mirror comp. It's a very standard meta comp, right? Which almost all the teams are running. I'm excited to see कि कोई कुछ नया लाता है क्या इसमें, या if someone does something differently, and you know how well can Sarafa cope up with Orangutan right now, because OG is honestly looking the better team. I know I haven't talked about them a lot, but from the outset it feels like even individually OG seems much stronger, and as a team, an aspect where I expected Sarafa to do better if they had to win the game, OG is still looking much better on that front as well. So I think if Sarafa have to turn it around, it needs to start off first. You know, individuals need to wake up, and especially the team play needs to be on point, because if they keep fighting solo like this, I think OG is just gonna keep punishing them.
100%. आपने जब mention किया तब मुझे realize हुआ कि the conversation's been centered around Sarafa for so long, but you also have to understand the way Orangutan has been playing, right? You really can't point anything out. They're a force to be reckoned with. इतना ज़्यादा authority अपना stamp करे server के अंदर, जिस तरीके से खेले, all the plays they've been making, it's all been working out for them. So ऐसा भी नहीं कि they've been doing something very fancy. So I do believe it's Sarafa who really needs to step up and take them down. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, थोड़ी देर में match शुरू होने वाला है, and which could potentially be the last map of the series, but we'll find out what happens in the game. We have Tanya and Universe waiting for us. Take it away.
Thank you, Mama and Hellranger. Let's hope that Sarafa live up to what they've shown us in the previous few games, as an early fight towards A main looking likely between the Chaos. An exchange of information with the knives and a little bit of damage onto Marzel as well, who's taken up a different role this time. He's the initiator of the team in this game. First early pick for Sarafa as they gain a little advantage. And looking for a little control. I like this proactive movement from them, Tanya. थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे खुद के movements दिखा के Orangutan पे pressure डालने की कोशिश में, लेकिन बोलते ही बोलते right to इसको गवा देते हैं.
यहाँ पर साइट एंट्री लेने के लिए रिवील डाला गया है. They got the information as well. बोट में होल्ड करके शॉक डार्ट्स का डैमेज बिल्कुल भी नहीं लगा है. एंड वन मोर टू गो. As soon as I say that, he's 18 HP down, not much of a loss as of now. He can still go for 1v3, 1v2. Here we talk about, I don't know if he was stuck in the corner or no. Immediate trades happening, site under control, spike initiate हो चुका है. And 2v3. क्या ये हो पाएगा टीम सराफा से? अभी तक की हिस्ट्री में सारे पिस्टल राउंड टीम ओरंगुटान ही जीती है.
Oh wow. बिल्कुल जीती है, लेकिन आई थिंक द कास्टर कर्स इज अवेकन्ड हियर. आपके बोलते ही यहाँ पे कुछ अलग ही चल रहा है. Unless Frostmind is able to pull out a clutch and a clutch of his lifetime, to be honest, he'll need it, because both the players are pretty healthy. 1-by-1 peek again. Marzel made a mistake, and Frostmind, he actually gets the clutch. Sarafa, what are you doing? They went again with the 1v1 peek. They allowed Frostmind to basically get an isolated fight for free. He didn't even have to do it himself. He had a smoke to work with. He didn't even use his utility to go for it. And even though Marcel probably knew that Karma is low, he went for the fight first, and this practically gave up the round which he himself had worked so hard. उन्होंने इतनी मेहनत की थी पहला पिक लेके, उसके बाद फॉलो अप भी लेते हुए रिटेक की ड्यूरिंग. Oh my God, Sarafa.
Well, कुछ भी बोलो यूनिवर्स, मेरा कर्स नहीं लगता. By words are very sweet. That means पिस्टल राउंड ओरंगुटान ही लेगा. और अभी के लिए इट्स SMG गन्स राउंड फॉर ओरंगुटान. और अब देखते हैं कि किस तरीके से एग्जीक्यूट करेगी टीम सराफा. They must be regretting every single decision that they took. If they wanted, they had the exact information. डबल पिक देते तो शायद the situations would have been a little different. एक की और एंट्री ऑलमोस्ट हो चुकी है. One player on the ramp, smoke डाला गया towards the garden side. Paranoia, immediate dash entry. There's nobody to stop Aziz as of now. Flash के साथ entry लेने की कोशिश, but nothing will be allowed. Marzel definitely takes one down.
Again, a little bit of a slip from Orangutan, but not too much of a problem. Because they've of course got the upgraded weaponry. उनके पास बेहतर गन्स अभी मौजूद है. ओ कारमा थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे चिपिंग डैमेज स्पैम की वजह से उनको मिल चुका है, लेकिन ट्रिकी ने पहला किल खत्म किया. बट एंटीडोट फाइंड्स two of his own, make that a third as well. Antidote with his Spectre spams right through the bodies of his opponents, and he confirms a round that was almost slipping away from Orangutan. Even though Sarafa have given a very good deal of damage here, this is going to be Tricky's death. Yep, it is. Frostmind finishes it off as Orangutan find a scrappy second.
Pistol post pistol again owned by Orangutan, and now Team Sarafa. This is the exact round they have been winning in the map of Split, in the map of Vine. Let's see if that continues in the map of Ascent as well. Bonus रहेगा for the side of Team Orangutan. Team Sarafa एक full buy right to ace. Odin लेकर आए, sure. Soa का reckon that, and Odin कमाल कर सकता है यहाँ पर. But let's see, will that be allowed as well or no? And they are going to try to get as many rounds as possible.
To ace तैयार है उस Killjoy turret के activation का, but he gets a little impatient. He goes for the recon anyway, but Orangutan have got other plans. देखिए mid पे इतना उनका push आ रहा है. They're going for their classic B split here because they've got the Spectres of course, and this is a default from Orangutan that they do in their bonus rounds. They try to get the mid control, find market empty, and go straight towards the stairs. And they see one, and the Odin bursts out ahead, but it does not get the confirmed kill. Rafuel finds one though. Karma's lost his life. No more smokes available for the side of Sarafa, and now it has to be right to ace and deadly to win this round. उनको यहाँ पे hold करना ही पड़ेगा क्योंकि मार्जिल जो है वो already headshot खा चुके हैं. OG का ये excessive push CT की तरफ उनको काफी ज़्यादा control दे चुका है. But deadly and right away still standing strong. They found their multi kills. They're finding more. No, they're not. Aziz and Frostmind, both the imports find one each, and with that it's going to be probably the end of this round for the hands of Orangutan. Marzel, 11 HP clutch would be one very big for his team, but Aziz is ready for it all. A third for Orangutan, and we are yet again into a smooth sail start for the Apes.
And full buy round. This time Sarafa couldn't make it. I mean, I don't know how. They have now lost hopes, or are they feeling a little low, whatever. Nothing is functioning into their favor. And there was a Odin, if I'm not mistaken, in hands of Aziz, which he's not caring for the more. Abhi ke liye ek save round from the side of Team Sarafa. Sheriff only.
Well, deadly. He's got to set up towards mid and B. उनको यहाँ पे basically अकेला छोड़ दिया. No, right to us is going to be joining him at the last second. Of course, the push held by Frostmind. He's so aware, so well read by Orangutan here. Tricky को damage देके उन्होंने instantly Sarafa को उस angle से पीछे कर दिया है. And Orangutan are reading this so well. They're taking up shot because they know that the space is going to be given up. The minute they saw Tricky, they know that this is going to be an A push. But what they don't expect is that that push has already gone back. I think this might be a troublesome place for them to be in, unless that drone, of course, detects one. A recon to cover up for the close angle. Marzel with a flash, but will he be taken down? Yes, he will. Very easily, actually. And Aziz follows up with another as well. Right to is coming in, but he also will be going straight down to the ground as Deadly has to make the longer return from mid, and he's been found by two. He's giving chipping damage, but he's got a lot of trouble right in front of him. No kills for Sarafa in this round. Another beautiful execution from Orangutan. Patience is their best virtue as they use it in sparingly good aggression. Orangutan, number 4 here, Tanya. क्या ये
नहीं,
अंत शुरू हो चुका है ऑलरेडी?
I have got a
क्योंकि
question. I have got a question, यूनिवर्स.
Yeah,
जिस
yeah.
तरीके से मांबा और हेल ने रेंजर ने चैलेंज करी है कि अगर 12-8 का 13-8 का स्कोर होता है तो there is
Yeah.
going to be Hell Ranger wearing that bunny hat and streaming. So what do you think? What will be? What's your score prediction here?
I think Hell Ranger, and his brain power is pretty high. So I believe that if he's made a call as the IGL of what he's had the experience of, he's done it in pretty good fashion. So I think he's confident in the fact that Orangutan will beat Sarafa better than 13-8. And even though Marcel's found the first pick here, this time I really hope that Sarafa are going to be making no extra movements. They're not going to be completely reckless with their dry peaks. And that's seemingly to the case right now. But the minute I say, जैसे मैं बोलता हूँ, ट्रिकी का ऑपरेटर जो है उसको मार गिराया जाता है यहाँ पे RVK के हाथों से, and Deadly is now all alone. He's got an entire B side to defend. He's got practically no utility left on this side. He's got 2 Nano Swarms, yes, and he's going to try to set them up right now, one of them at least. He's got an Omen teleport behind him. He cancels it off, and he gets the first kill. Good first shot to stop Raw Fuel from making any sort of movements, who, by the way, if you've not noticed, is playing the damn Sova in his, which is not his usual. And Antidote's got a very good position hold up over here. He can find the cross any moment. Mazil decides to maybe make a rotation. But Orangutan at the moment are just waiting for a pick, and they found the first. The second coming up as right to his. I don't know what he was expecting or not, but he turned around mid getting shot. So Sarafa, a huge difference in comms, a huge gap in comms here, as Orangutan just keep exploiting, winning, and absolutely demolishing Sarafa.
The round is almost gone except for Karma if he's looking forward to save the weapon. If not, yeah, he is definitely looking forward for the save of weaponry. Because exit frags are not going to give him any sort of advantage, at least not yet. Except for one weapon drop, maximum 1 or 2. और अभी के लिए टाइम भी हाथ में नहीं है, राउंड भी हाथ में नहीं है, 0 की स्कोर लाइन से डिफेंडर साइड पे है. And I don't know what changes do they need to make, because Orangutan they've bought in all the best games, and इतना कोई strategical game भी नहीं है. They are just Wing, they are just taking the picks, and they just like Antidote lurking in mid in the map of Split. Right now he's in the mid in the map of Ascent as well, and he's not allowed to save as well. So the time is very tough for Team Sarafa.
Absolutely, and a very much needed timeout as well coming over here. I don't think, Tanya, कि हमने पिछले 2 मैच में एक बार भी सराफा का टाइमआउट देखा है. I don't think they've even once taken time to maybe readjust, maybe refocus their attention. I think this is the first timeout from them.
This is
As
the
far-
first time out.
Yeah, as far as I can remember, it is their first timeout. But this timeout also has come at the right time, because we've got the giveaway code, ladies and gentlemen, right on our screens. B364, जल्दी से इसको लिख लीजिए, redeem कर लीजिए, जाइए सीधा Gleam पे. The link is in the description. It's in the pinned message. Wherever is comfortable for you, click on it, enter yourself into that $2,000 PC giveaway, and you're going to be able to use this giveaway code to gain 5 points for yourself, which will allow you to get in the front running. And I hope that all of you people who are watching have gotten the previous giveaway codes as well, because the more you find, the more your chances are to win it. But right now, the chances of winning are just dwindling away for Team Sarafa, as round after round, they're just absolutely getting shut down on their defensive maneuvers. I honestly liked when Sarafa थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे proactive plays कर रही थी, उनको थोड़ा सा advantage भी मिला था, but they find the first kill, they instantly go back, and then Orangutan start pressuring them because they are given the space pretty easily. इस वक्त के लिए लगता है कि शॉट की तरफ यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा प्रोएक्टिवनेस दिखेगा. We've got the Omen and the Jet pushing in, but दूसरी ओर Orangutan का full fledged force आ रहा है A main की तरफ. Antidote का ये पहला push, 2 मिल जाते हैं उनको. A follow up which he didn't even expect and didn't even want. He finds 3 all by his lonesome, अकेले dry peak करके उनको बिना किसी यूटिलिटी की मदद के 3 किल मिल जाते हैं. एंड इसी के साथ लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन हमें दिख रहा है कि कितना जो अटेंशन ओरेंगटन दे रहे अपने बेसिक्स पे, वो यहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा काम आ रहा है।
बेसिक से भी ज्यादा मुझे तो एक फियरलेसनेस ज्यादा नजर आ रही है, बिल्कुल बेखौफ होकर अल्ट एक्टिवेट कर कर एंटीडोट जाते जा रहे हैं, फ्रैग लेते जा रहे हैं, एंड एट द एंड ऑफ द डे एक वो ट्रिकी प्लेयर को भी पुश आउट करवा दिया है, and there's nothing that Dudley can do with Sheriff. Maybe 1 or 2 picks, 1 pick down, very clean, and no, as he said, no more. He'll pick up the Sheriff. 6-0. This is not the score line that we were expecting on the map of Ascent, and the Orangutan is giving their, I don't know, now it's looking more or less like a death match.
Yikes. Okay, then Tanya's not mincing, she's not softening any of her blows, but I guess that's kind of, customary even after death. Forgive me, not Hell Ranger said practically the same thing in, I would say, different words, and Mamba to agree to the fact that this is practically a very difficult match for Sarafa to get back into. Look at this. The expectation is there, but the adjustment period for right to ace was absolutely devoid. उनको बिल्कुल भी वहां पे चांस नहीं दिया गया, एंड बिना किसी भी प्रॉब्लम के सीधा घुस रहे हैं, एंड रॉफ्यूल को यहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा ही जरूरत थी उस किल की, मार्जिन को वहां पे जमीन पे ही उन्होंने खत्म, एंड या आई थिंक दिस इज इट मैन, दिस इज जस्ट प्रैक्टिकली अ रन डाउन 7-0, एंड ऑफ कोर्स ओरेंगटन उनको किसी भी एंगल से यहाँ पे रोका नहीं जा रहा है सराफा की तरफ से। सराफा आर नॉट रेडी टू इवन फाइट देम हेड अप, उनको यहाँ पे चैलेंज भी नहीं किया जा रहा है, बिल्कुल भी उनको किसी भी तरह का रिटेलिएशन नहीं दिया जा रहा है, एंड आई थिंक इट्स अ बिग प्रॉब्लम। सराफा इज जस्ट एब्सोल्युटली गेटिंग शट डाउन, एंड I honestly wouldn't be surprised even if this ended up 13-0, Tanya.
Well, I'm not expecting 13-0. I'll be very, very honest about it. I believe once the sides are swapped, there might be any changes. If not, and if you're right, I don't know. For now, Tricky will dash. Right to ace will be able to shut down Roffuel with his ultimate, a good Hunter's Fury. But the location of Woodley has been compromised. Aziz is trying to shut him down, will be successfully able to do it. It's a 3v4 situation. Fragment के ऊपर से चल के जा रहे हैं. Aziz डर भी नहीं रहे हैं that HP will dry down because they are very sure of. On the course, Frostmind और प्लेयर्स को रिड्यूस करते जा रहे हैं. कर्मा फिर से हर बार एक प्लेयर को आइसोलेट कर दिया जाता है जब वो प्लेयर कुछ भी करने की कैपेसिटी में नहीं रहते. एंड अभी पैरानोया डाला गया, इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है, he'll be able to take down one. बस उससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं. एट अ स्ट्रेच एक पिक लेते हैं, उसके बाद कुछ करने के लिए नहीं मौका दिया जा रहा. 8-0. Now it's a full buy again for the side of Team Sarafa. एक भी राउंड ना जीतना, and you're calling it 13-0. That is too bold of a statement क्योंकि ये
I said, I didn't say that it is going to be. I said it looks like it could be. अगर हो जाए तो शायद किसी को सरप्राइज नहीं लगेगा क्योंकि ओरेंगटन वैसे खेल रही है.
वन साइडेड तो चल रहा है यूनिवर्स. It's all one sided. Clean sweep अभी तक है.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no shortage of confidence or even, I would say, any sort of किसी भी चीज़ की shortage नहीं उनको इस वक्त के लिए. And दूसरी साइड देखिए सराफा, I think they've been broken mentally and they've lost everything that they possibly could find, with their willpower. सबको तोड़ा जा रहा है यहाँ पे, and especially with the fact that Roffuel is playing the Sova. I think that's a very important thing to note as well, because if he's playing a very, primary based initiator, it's kind of showing that, Orangutan are not scared to make anybody play anything, and that's exactly what's breaking the camel's back right now. 0 and 8. They've got ultimates to work with here, which has been deployed on the B side, by the way, where the spike is also going to be traveling a little late. They were trying to sell a fake onto A. It's not worked completely because, Frostmind. What? Nah, get out of here. Nah. OG, now they're just, getting lucky as well as confident.
They are going very confident. They're ready to lose a little bit of HP to get that one extra kill. Spike is planted. 3v5 का retake. क्या यहाँ से राउंड जीता जाएगा या फिर कितनी ज्यादा फ्रैग्स निकाली जाएगी? गन सेव की जा रही है. स्पाइक ए बी पर है, 3 प्लेयर्स ए पर है. What do you think is happening here, Universe? If you had to elaborate the situation.
they are, of course they're saving because they are hoping to not lose out on the economy. उनका practically यही रहा है पहले ही राउंड से कि वो बाय करते हैं, वो हारते हैं, वो इको करते हैं, वो हारते हैं, इको करते हैं, फिर से बाय करते हैं, and that's been it. So they're hoping to fight maybe another round with weapons, 2 continuous rounds if they're able to keep their weapons intact. At least that gives them a slight bit of fighting chance क्योंकि इको पे of course उनको कोई भी कोई भी avenue नहीं दिया जाता है because of the way that Orangutan just run it straight down. They do not give them any opportunity whatsoever. 9-0. It's honestly heartbreaking to see Sarafa go through this after what was a really well designed and well structured performance on the 24th of August that they played against Reckoning. ये कुछ ज़्यादा ही अलग किस्म का परफॉर्मेंस है उसको कंपेयर किए तो, क्योंकि रेकनिंग जो है वो बहुत ही अच्छी टीम है और सराफा ने उनको हरा के 2-0 हरा के काफी अच्छी हमें होप्स दी थी कि एक फाइनल ऐसा होगा जहां पे हम शायद 5 मैप देख सके, लेकिन तानिया यहाँ पे उनको 5 राउंड मिलना ही इस तीसरे मैप पे उनको नसीब नहीं है शायद.
5 round really looks a big journey here right now. You're very factual about the situation. Spike एक ही और है, 0 point डाला गया, इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं मिलेगा. राइट टू एज रिकॉन डाले या ना डाले, अभी यही कश्मकश में है कि किस डायरेक्शन में प्लेयर होगा, वहां से फ्रैग लेना शुरू करना है. रॉफ्यूल धीरे धीरे स्पाइक लेके आगे बढ़ने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, बट डूडली जस्ट विद शेरिफ. व्हाट आर हिज प्लान्स? डेडली 10. वेल मिड पर फाइट शुरू है. आरवीके ट्राइंग टू गेट द फ्रैग, कारमा डिनाई करेंगे. फर्स्ट फ्रैग इस बार सराफा को मिला है. राउंड जीतने की थोड़ी सी उम्मीदें बढ़ती हुई.
बिल्कुल, लेकिन फ्रॉस्टमाइंड इंस्टेंटली उसको वापस खींच लेते हैं. ट्रिकी अगेन, he is speaking out through that smoke into mid where he's got absolutely no idea about where these players are. Aziz with complete confidence runs in towards B link and he finds one and he swings straight out to find Amaterasu as well. This is just absolute mayhem here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a teardown. It is Orangutan's era of domination as they keep finding every single player in their homes, to be honest, where they camp and wait for the opponents, and they still go straight into that home, break it down, and completely kill them off. 10-0, and I don't see what is going to be the change up here. Side change हो भी गया तान्या तो मेरे को लगता नहीं है कि कुछ होने वाला है अब, क्योंकि it's gone way past the point where you can actually make a difference even if the side changes.
Yeah, because pistol rounds, so Sarafa has always been weak on pistol rounds. तो अब side switch होगा तो सीधा Orangutan victory की ओर आगे बढ़ेगी. But before that, ये वाला एक full buy round है. Let's not lose the hope. Sarafa शायद, I really would not want to watch 13-0. It would be क्योंकि semi-finals में they performed very very good. 2-0 से आगे बढ़े हैं. 13-0 is going to be very disheartening to their fans as well. For now, it's going to be side A. Spike अभी भी mid पर रहेगा, and Antidote sending a fragment, throwing a fragment. I don't know where is it landing. No. He's just holding as he's on the course, going for updraft, and
okay.
He couldn't get the second one.
Oh, tricky! Wow. Well, he seems to be waking up a little bit over here. 2 good kills in the beginning, but he's got a lot more to go. To Ace going out and straight up he gets a little caught off guard. Of course, Odin का जो equip time है वो थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा है दूसरे weapon से compare करे तो, and he gets completely off guard, and he should have, honestly, with his experience, he should know better than to swing that angle like that with an Odin which is not yet equipped in his hands. And Sarafa now are just desperate. They're hoping for whatever they can find. They're looking for the smallest of fragments that they can shoot upon and hopefully get a kill. Because even when they have the advantage, Tanya, वो हारते ही जा रहे हैं. Man advantage हो, utility advantage हो, जो भी advantage हो, वो हारते ही जा रहे हैं. देखिए फिर से वो utility का use जरूर कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. Deadly का ultimate थोड़ा सा passive जरूर है, लेकिन उनको एक किल यहाँ पे मिल के 1v3 को 1v2 कर दिया उन्होंने, and he's got a little bit more to look for. A double peek from the back of side, and Frostmine finds his third as Orangutan put up 11 on the board.
Last round, last hope to win it. Let's see if they don't have creds anymore, I believe. And talking about the replay, it was a good start coming in from side of Tricky, but it was reduced very immediately. Tricky was able to get 2 early picks, but then I don't know. the Orangutan is going flawless round by round. I'm not talking about the entire 5v0, but I'm talking about 11-0 flawlessness. They haven't even lost a single round. Aziz with the Blade Storm fragment already used. Loud, are they going to push in through the smoke? Hunter's Fury, a lot of damage delivered, and it's a 5v5.
Yeah, 5v5 still alive. Sarafa damage जरूर दिया गया है उनको, and they also have dished out a little damage onto Aziz. Aziz is pretty darn low at the moment, but that doesn't mean the rest of Orangutan are going to be sitting quiet just about, because they've made their rotation already. They left Raw Fuel all alone onto that ace side, who, by the way, might be getting checked over here. Oh, he's actually going to take out both of them. Raw Fuel finds both those kills. Sarafa had two players walking out of A main, but they still couldn't trade up for what was Raw Fuel's absolute decimation. Right West will be finally taking him out, but the problem here is that OG have actually made a rotation back towards A, which is kind of a problem because they wanted to probably go and help out. And finally, in what has seemed after an eternity, Sarafa, ladies and gentlemen, have put up their first round since the last map.
11-1, 1-11 pistol rounds. We have seen 11-1 comeback stories written and whatnot, but Orangutan and its form would not allow it very flawlessly. And having said that, I also have to say about this giveaway code N243. This giveaway code is for 2,000 grams USD PC giveaway, and the link to redemption is in the chat section. Make sure आप इस ना करें, use करें इसको and own करें एक grand PC. अभी के लिए पिस्टल राउंड हिस्ट्री में ऐसा है कि सराफा ने एक भी ओन नहीं किया. मे बी जाने के पहले, टूर्नामेंट है तो खत्म होने के पहले एक पिस्टल राउंड अपने नाम करके जाएं.
Bilkul. I mean, it's not even about a pistol round. I think they just need anything they can get, and of course they are at the pistol right now, so they will have to win this. Oh my god, Tricky completely out in the open. He tried to smoke himself off, लेकिन फिर भी नहीं मिला. RVK, how do you find a second there? तीन प्लेयर उनके सामने फिर भी एक निकाल गए, और रॉ फ्यूल देखिए डेडली को कैसे पोजीशन में पाते हैं, बिल्कुल ओपन में. And Orangutan just keeps swinging and swinging and killing and killing. That's about it. Orangutan, that's all they know right now to win their end duels. The spike has been dropped onto lane, and Mazil has to go across the entire world to find it. And Orangutan know कि उनको यहाँ पे कोई आपत्ति नहीं आएगी फाइट्स करने में, क्योंकि वो ट्रेड अप जरूर कर लेंगे. अजीज को 7 HP जरूर कर देता मार्जिन है, लेकिन he still will be able to trade off. 12-1, ladies and gentlemen, this game seems to be practically done and dusted. Orangutan are just one step away from being crowned as the South Asian EMG League Pro Series champions, and from taking that spot at the EMG Legends Cup happening next month in UAE.
For now, it's a map point, match point, series point, and the winner will be seen. This is the round where let's hope there's a comeback story coming in from Sarafa. If not, still we will have the winners to be declared. अभी यहाँ से साइड में एंट्री ले चुके हैं, and RVK will be shut down. लेकिन गार्डियन के साथ मार्केट कंट्रोल लेके अजीज जाते जाते 2 पिक ले लेंगे. It's a 2v2, a doable affair. It's not that it cannot be not done. Antidote trying to get all the information possible. Not much of information, but spike has been planted.
Oh, it seems like the game might be coming to an end, and it will, ladies and gentlemen. Frostmind to find the final kill, and with that, your champions of the EMG League 2023 Pro Series South Asia Division, Orangutan Gaming. What a dominance from the Apes here, as they absolutely terrorize Team Sarafa. The market from Indore has been blown up completely here, as Sarafa, they will be going to UAE still, that is confirmed, yes, but they will be going to the LCQ, where they will be participating across other teams who have been coming into the LCQ from 3 other different regions. But Orangutan, they are heading into the competition to fight the best of the best from other regions, from GCQ, Iraq, we've got North Africa, a lot many more. That is going to be happening soon. But ladies and gentlemen, it's the end of mine and Tanya's time here. We will be seeing you real soon. But for now,
Mamba and Hellranger, what do you have to say about this, guys?
What do we have to say about this, Bhavin? Where do we start, or should we even start?
I was writing down notes while watching the game. You know, पहले मैप में मैंने 8 राउंड लिखे, सेकंड मैप में मैंने 3 राउंड लिखे, थर्ड मैप में मैंने लिखना ही नहीं. मतलब लगा ही नहीं कि गेम हुआ. It was, but on the bright side, I was right. Mamba, सराफा ने 8 राउंड तो निकाले, 5, 2 और 1.
3 मैप का गिन कर नहीं बोलने का था, बट चलेगा, वो भी सह लेंगे थोड़ा. बट is there anything to really analyze? Like, this is a genuine question that I posed to you, right? Do you think there is anything to break down in the match?
I mean, it felt like Orangutan was playing a pug, and you know, they were just like, it felt like they owned the map. Like, Team Sarafa didn't do anything. They were just holding default setups in the round, which they did have some plays. It was very, you know, obvious plays थे उनके कि हाँ चलो हम tiles push कर रहे हैं. The only round they won where they had a stack and they did not show it, you know, at the start of the round. उसमें भी like the re-clear seemed bad. Like mid round में उन्होंने कभी re-clear नहीं किया. They were not gathering any info, playing standard default setups. Nothing to get excited about, nothing to watch actually, to be honest. Like it was like Orangutan knows how to counter these setups. Actually, even Sarafa themselves knows how to do that, and it just, you know, it just didn't feel like I was watching a good game of Allen, to be honest.
Fair, and I think जो पहला राउंड हुआ था पिछले राउंड when it was Amaterasu and Mazel, जब वो आने की कोशिश कर रहे, रीटेक करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, उसके बाद मेंशन कर दिया था कि whatever they were doing was not working out for them, and honestly did not also make any sense because of man advantage अगर आप ढंग से नहीं खेल रहे, then obviously where do you even start and where do you end? But 13-1 numbers obviously are going to be very disappointing. जो भी सराफा के fans देख रहे हैं इस मैच को, I'm trying my best to come up with something looking at these numbers, Hellranger, but there is really nothing to talk about because Orangutan was just outclassing them in every way, shape, and form.
Yeah, it's like there's no point looking at the numbers in a 13-1 game. Not to say that Sarafa can't improve in the future, but I feel they are behind the meta at this point, and they really need to change some things up. Like you can't keep playing the same way and expect, you know, people not catching on to it or, you know, not adapting to it. They need to change, and I feel like even as a team, even individually, right, there were very questionable decisions. So as a whole, I think Sarafa needs to change a lot in the month they have before going down to the EMG finals, or else they're not going to have a good time there.
I mean, yeah, they do qualify for the LCQ, but जो इनका match Reckoning के सामने हुआ था. Now look, Reckoning is a good team, right? It's a very structured team and they know how to play. But ये दोनों performances को आप कैसे compare करेंगे? Obviously, Orangutan is a different team, अलग permutation और combination होते हैं. But Sarafa did look very promising against Reckoning. जीते थे obviously, but जिस तरीके से adjust कर रहे थे, वहाँ पे भी काफी अच्छा लग रहा था. But for them to go out of the grand finals in this fashion, ये expect नहीं किया था किसी ने.
I think for me personally, Snakes and Orangutan were looking the two best teams in the event from all the games that I saw, semis and finals. Obviously, I don't want to discount how Sarafa has played in the event to qualify, but I think Sarafa has a lot to work on, and I feel it's hard for OG as they keep sailing by. It'll be harder for them to learn, so I really hope that they get some good practice in and are ready for stronger opponents they're going to face there.
Fair point, Bhavin. But before we do sign off, do you have anything to say to the fans that are watching, to all the viewers out there?
Yeah, I think I hope you guys had a good time. I know it was a quick game, even though the game was one-sided. I hope you had a good time, and hopefully you guys watched the EMG League Pro Series finals in Dubai. You get to see Orangutan battle it out against the best, and hopefully Sarafa can also make it through the LCQ, and we have two Indian teams fighting it out.
I'll just say one thing, right? If the audience enjoyed it or not, that's something that we can obviously discuss. वो बात कर सकते हैं हम लोग. But as talent, we absolutely enjoyed it because it was pretty easy for us to do our jobs. But jokes about, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all had fun. It was a wonderful journey for all of us. It was an absolute pleasure, an absolute honor to be doing this for all of you folks and to obviously be a part of the entire storytelling team. Huge shout out to everybody involved in this, including the production team. But thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys around soon. And take care, have fun, and keep playing. Cheers.
Bye, guys. Cheers.
Oh, baby.